Okay, I think I'm just about ready to get started. So let's talk formally about expectations for this particular stream. So let's switch into the game itself. So we're going to be starting over with Tales of Destiny 1. Unfortunately, there were some I was going to say Tales of technical issues, which is not intentional for me to say, but there were quite a few technical issues, mostly outside my control. So I figured, you know what, we hadn't reached a save point. Let's just restart and let's talk about a little bit about the game again and just kind of capture it formally within this session. And I think we'll consider this session number 1 when it comes to videos. So I guess the little story I talked about last time was that this was a game I had kind of grown up playing but never actually beat while young. This game came out in 1997, but I don't think I played it until 1999. There's a what I consider to be infamous sound puzzle that had me so convinced that there was an alternate solution to solving it other than just memorizing the sounds. I spent like an hour looking around a dungeon for a key that did not exist. And then maybe about somewhere between 5 and 8 years ago, I revisited the game after I played a couple other Tales games, and I decided to beat this game. And one thing that kind of sticks out to me still to this day is probably the soundtrack. I still really like the soundtrack to this one overall, and hopefully we'll be hearing quite a lot of it throughout. As I stated before, there were some issues with emulation with this game, so I'm playing it on the PS3. But there's a bonus dungeon all the way at the very tail end of the game that does not work correctly. I'll show off the game crashing, I guess, if you try to play it on the PlayStation 3. But I'm looking into another medium in order to potentially continue the game just to do the bonus dungeon. And because there are no save points in that entire final dungeon, I have to be able to commit time in order to beat it all 60 floors of a pretty intense puzzle dungeon at points. So I think those might be relegated to bonus content rather than trying to beat it during the normal playthrough. But I will try to revisit that if possible, so I'm still looking into avenues for that. One additional thing is I do finally have an adapter, so that means that potentially one other player could join for Tales of Destiny at some point. I thought it was actually 2 players, but I think I misread what the ports were used on this particular adapter. So hopefully sometime next week I'll know if it works for Parsec, but otherwise it seems to be connecting to the PlayStation 3 okay. I think that's about all I have to say for this, in terms of the expectations for this playthrough. But let's take a look at the sound test screen. So I think all my settings are still saved from last time, which is pretty good. I like that you have access to a huge soundtrack list. It does make me very happy. There are a lot of songs in this particular soundtrack. As you can see, the starting theme of the game, the one that you heard a slightly better version of in the stream startup, is song number 55, to give you an idea. There are still a lot more songs than this. Hello, Chris, how's it going? I think one of the other thing I talked about last time was just the fact that this little sound test menu has things like the level meter and spectrum analyzer. So if I were, for example, to begin playing this, I think it's neat that they display this information. I can't really recall too many games that have done things like this. Or at least if they have done it, I don't remember any outside the PlayStation 1 era. Like, I was trying to recall if Valkyrie Profile, for example, did this. I think they had a version of this in Valkyrie Profile, as an example. Otherwise, I haven't seen this kind of menu in quite some time. One other thing I do have to recall as I go through the menus in this game is that because this is such an early PlayStation 1 game, the controls are more formatted to the Japanese style, so I'm going to be hitting circle for confirm and X for cancel, whereas in the US it is the opposite of that. So I have to remember that I have to play this game like I'm playing an imported game. Other than that, I think we got everything we need. Oh, chat, I'd like to say something, chat. I don't think I mentioned this last time. So let me pause the music for a second, chat, and I'm sure you will be wonderfully delighted. Chat, there's this little thing called voice in the bottom left, chat, and I want you to know, chat, these are all the sound effects you're going to hear in the game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, nothing played when I hit circle. Uh-oh. Oh no, why are they not playing? Weird. 1 second. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe, hold on, will this one play? Yeah, this one will play. Okay, so one other thing, it totally slipped my mind, but weirdly, in this game, they have Japanese voice files, so I think what is happening, chat, and it's been a long time, so I literally just remember this as I was playing around with this, is that in the Japanese version of Tales of Destiny, aka the game we're about to play, there actually were voiced skits. So when you used to go to the overworld, some of the party members would talk to each other. It is technically in the US release, but you don't unlock them until you beat the game. So if you're wondering why like nothing happened when I went through the sounds, I'm pretty sure those are the Japanese skits. And it is such a shame, chat, because it is not translated and there's no English voice equivalency, so we're just kind of missing content in the English version. It's very disappointing. It seemed like it would be really cool. I know. It's just one of those things, like, I was always confused playing this growing up. I'm like, why are there so many voices that don't work? And it's all the skits. So they're trying to lock them so you don't accidentally get the plot, is the reason they did that. But from, like, the US standpoint, you can't really figure out what they want. So, I don't know. It's a shame. I wish they did the other skits and things like that in English. But it is what it is, chat, unfortunately. I'm not sure if we'll do anything special for it. Maybe I'll look up the skits at some point, chat. Maybe we'll humor ourselves. But at the moment, we'll just play through the way the game is at the moment, and then maybe we'll kind of go back through and just kind of talk about different skits. Maybe we'll voice different lines. We'll see, chat. We'll see how we feel. So anyway, I think we're good to go now, so I'll just let the title music play again as we exit the sound test. Hope everybody in chat is doing well. Welcome back. This is Tales of Destiny, the very first game that I played in the Tales series, but didn't beat until after quite a few Tales series. So hopefully you're ready. We get to see the all capitals, new game, continue custom, and then the mixed case of sound tests, which it still bothers me every time we go to this menu, chat. I'm just gonna bring it up almost every session. But for those of you that missed the previous session, as I delisted it due to the technical issues, let's go ahead and start a new game. So, as we know, for whatever reason, instead of 6 characters or 8 characters, you're allowed to input 7 characters for a character name. But I just want to show you something special. What happens if you hit random on the character name? I mean, we can have wonderful names like Strip or Zwans or Yumdigid and Midmu. We have Rom, Jaeger, Kizboth, Jumps, Svi. I love these names, chat. They're just something else. I just what, like, just look at that one. It feels like they're trying to name like Mixelplix from DC Universe with that kind of spelling. Look at that. Oh my gosh, chat. Well, anyway, so this is why I was saying to the chat in previous games that you're gonna have to come up with some names for these characters, because the random is just not, it's just not gonna work. I like kind of like sorry. That one's not too bad. I think the game should apologize for these random letters. Oh, don't worry about last night's being the best. I did clip a little bit of that. So that is immortalized when we were on the name selection. We got WTF in the original playthrough. This time we get WA. Just WA, chat. So anyway, these names make no sense. We're not going to be using them. So let's go ahead and insert a new name. So I believe the name we used last time was Blondie, that was picked by the chat. I will let the chat know, if people are just tuning in for the first time, that you can change the name at any time. So if people want to mess around with it, by all means, just let me know. We could change it as soon as we have access to a status menu. So we're going with Blondie since this character we didn't really get any introduction to, unfortunately. So you're kind of going in with the cold reading. I explained last time that this character is called the Country Bumpkin by, I believe, a couple different characters going forward. He's a little bit of an airhead, and we also know that he's a stowaway. So for now, with all those things in mind, we're gonna call him Blondie. Yeah, it is pretty neat. You could change it at any time. It can lead to some unintentionally funny moments if you're playing and renaming them. I think my favorite with this character is we're eventually gonna go to a coliseum, and it says the age of blank, the character's name, is upon us, and it is just so funny what you can make the game say sometimes. A little juvenile at points, and probably not stream appropriate, but it is pretty funny that you could just kind of mess around with the names as you see fit. But for now, let's go with Blondie, so Stan will officially be Blondie going forward. Actually, chat, I just realized something. I never played the opening video. Let's have the opening video play, then we'll go back to Blondie. If chat has any alternate suggestions for names, this will also buy some time if you want to think about it. I believe we met one additional character last time. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to name him the moment we get the ability to do so. But we'll see. Some of the other characters I don't really have nicknames intended offhand. Not stream appropriate ones anyway. Plus, I don't want to ruin the plot for people, so I will try not to name them based off of things that happen later in the game. So let's just wait for the opening video to begin. So we're going to be playing through with voice on because the voices are pretty special. I think they're actually not bad for the most part. They're just very exaggerated, which makes it quite entertaining at points. Whereas I feel like it consequently, if you flip to something like Star Ocean or Tales of Destiny 2, there are some genuinely terrible voice clips. So we'll be hearing those at some point, chat. Okay, so that's the intro to the game itself. It's a very interesting intro because when you watch that as somebody that's not played through it before, did you pick up on what the antagonist was or who the antagonist was? I'm just very curious because you have to think about it. If you compare it to a game that we are actively playing on the stream, like Ys, like it's very clear who the villain is. Like they show the villain up front and center. But when you watch that through, I don't think new players will get who the villain is watching that, or it points what the villain is. But interestingly enough, for people that have also not seen the previous session, there is a big emphasis on swords. We're going to be seeing quite a few swords in this game, as they have a very big role to play within this universe. So anyway, let's rename the character Blondie. We basically got a showcase of all the playable characters, I believe. We saw, like, the pink-haired girl, we saw the kind of blue/silver hair gentleman that we did meet a little bit on the previous stream. And we saw quite a few different ladies in there, along with the protagonist. Everyone that is just a friend you haven't met yet. The villain is just a friend in the making too. I mean, kind of. Kind of. Oh. I was thinking I spelled it wrong just now. I'm like, why do I have an extra letter? Good call, chat. Gotta fix those typos. Yeah, the era of blood. You can make the game say some pretty funny things, and again, if you know the plot, you could get some really silly sentences in there. But in any case, let's go forward with Blondie. Let's see how we do, chat. I also mentioned this last time, but chat, I really like the music to this, and I remember when I first booted up this game, I let this screen stay here for a while, because I just liked how intriguing the song was. It definitely pulled me into the game almost immediately. So I'm gonna let the atmosphere build for a little bit, then we'll continue. Okay, so let's voice the two characters here. So I believe we have, I think it's officer and crewman. I'm not sure if I'm pretty certain. So let's see. Patrol duty is so boring. Don't complain, you're getting paid to do this. Yes, sir. All that's left for us is to check the storeroom. We got a little bit of a teaser of some of the chests and item bags. We're gonna have to remember to come back here, chat, as we want to get every item, potentially. Just to say we have them. Officer goes, identify yourself! Is he dead? No, he's just sleeping. Hey, wake up! Well, our protagonist immediately is getting beat up while waking up. Always a good sign, chat. What do you think you're doing here? Blondie has nothing to say. Hey! Can't you talk? I almost wondering if, like, when going through this for the first time, if you're wondering if he'll end up being, like, a silent protagonist. I wonder if they're also playing on that expectation a bit. Could he be a stowaway? Sure seems like it. Hey, do you hear me? He's still half asleep. Well, you're coming with us, buddy. Away we get dragged, chat. Hey, wake up already. Come on, get the lead out. Huh? What? Just walk. Oh, Faye. So we're in the middle, waking up, chat. You can see the other guy behind us is steaming. I know. This, I know, Kirk, that has to be some kind of record. Like, we just immediately got arrested. Not like we're already in prison. Like, we just got arrested within, like, 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're in the captain's quarters, and we're also gonna have to come back here just for some free items. Let's see. Officer says, Captain, What is it? What's all this racket? Sir, we found this suspicious character. He was hiding in the storeroom below. What? Hiding below? I love the dramatic rise and he knocks over his drink. That's probably my favorite little piece of detail in this whole scene. I really like that, chat. I don't know about you, but I'm not usually expecting things in like the background to change too much in a like dialogue scene. Maybe if you're in like a puzzle, I expect it to move, but I just like pointing that out. Captain says, "Who are you?" Huh? What? Oh, we're getting kicked again. The captain asked you a question. Who are you? I'm Blondie, Aileron. I believe Chris in the chat linked something. The aileron is a part on a wing plane, which I did not know. So it is kind of funny with something that happens later. Officer says, "Where are you from?" I'm from the village of Linnea in Fitzgold. We'll take that sword. Sure. Chat, we've handed away the sword. We are Adel 2.0 question mark. He doesn't appear to have anything suspicious other than the sword. Oh, I like the steam coming off of him briefly there. Captain responds with, "The Draconis is my ship. Why are you here?" I only wanted passage to Signgold. Liar! You've come to steal it, haven't you? I'm telling you, chat, you know we're in trouble when it's not only capital letters, but it is red text. So we've made a terrible mistake coming aboard the ship. All I want is passage to Signgold. Please believe me. Well, if you're gonna play dumb, we could play games too. Maybe we can use him as a punching bag. Do whatever you need to make him talk. Aye, aye, Captain. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Tell us the truth. Ow, I don't know what you're talking about, honest. You're only making things worse for yourself. Come on, tell us what you know. You came looking for it in the storeroom, didn't you? I really don't know. Shut up and spit it out. Oh, he got like a 4-hit combo on us, Chad. That's not too good. We go, oh, my aching head. Oh, great. Just what we need. A stowaway. What a pain. What now, Captain? Get him out of here. Aye, sir. And make him swab the deck or something. Come on, get up. Move it, slacker. Are you alright? How can I be alright? I just got caught and beaten up like a punching bag. Well, lad, today's your unlucky day. Smuggling yourself aboard at a time like this. What do you mean, unlucky? Are you dumb? Haven't you figured out by now that the ship's transporting something important? That's why everyone's a bit jumpy. Oh, I see. The captain isn't usually like that. Sure he isn't. That's enough. Let's get going. So the game gives us a courtesy of escorting us through the ship, as we will have to make our way off of this at some point. So this is one of the few times I appreciate the game taking its time exploring an environment. Guard says, something's not right. I could feel it. Should name him Dumb. I mean, I think in one of my playthroughs, I called him Dummy. You're gonna get a lot of hey dummies from the other NPCs. Blondie says, what are you talking about? Move along and don't try anything. Yeah, we saw the ship in quotes last time. Seto Kaiba would be very proud of the dragon ship. All right, Stowaway, start swabbing. Make sure you don't do anything stupid like falling off the deck. Well, falling off? There's nothing we could do to help you if you fall off the deck. Remember that. Sure. Now then, let's get your mop. The mop is over there next to the edge. Well, wait, just a sec. I don't think I'm really cut out for... What are you babbling about? Because we're so high up in the air. Yeah, so what? Of course we're high up in the air. We're on the deck of the Draconis. I think one thing that does amuse me, though, is that we're talking about being on the Draconis, and you just kind of assume because of, like, the up and down motion that you're on the sea. So I really like the play on expectation there. It was very much not what I was expecting at all growing up. I'm like, whoa, we're on a literal dragon. Blondie says, well, I'm kind of scared. Yeah, sure you are. Remember, you're dead if you fall. Well, come on, don't be a wimp. You won't fall unless you try real hard. Hey, that's easy for you to... Stop your yapping and start your cleaning. Geesh, what's the matter with you? Here, swab the deck first. You could get used to the height bit by bit. Fine. Here, take this mop. Hey kid, you're a natural. Gee, thanks. Oh, we have the danger music chat. We'll be hearing this theme in particular quite a few times. So we'll let the tension build for a second as I refill on my drink. Excellent chat. Tactical officer says, Captain, something's approaching on an intercept vector. Range 300 and closing. They're monsters. How many are there? Sir, there are approximately 100. Now at range 250. 20 seconds until intercept. Those jerks have finally found us. Number 1, sound the alert. Battle stations. Aye, aye, sir. Battle stations. Man your battle stations. All hands, man your battle stations. And you, go to engineering. Increase lens generator power output to plus 120% so we can shake them. Aye, aye, Captain. Let's go. Follow me. Yes, sir. We can't allow it to fall into their hands. We've got to protect it somehow. Increase power. Full power. Aye, aye, sir. We're now in the literal heart of the ship. Love it, chat. I mean, I guess if that engine design works, it works. Blondie says, what's the alarm for? I'm not sure. Something must have happened. Monster goes, Grok! Oh, maybe that's how you pronounce the sound effect we hear from the Barbarian, chat. I didn't really think about that. Grog. I guess that kind of makes sense, now that I say it out loud. Guard says, monsters! Behind you, watch your back! What? That sound effect, chat. Time to die! Don't worry, I'll make sure your death will be painful. What do you mean, my turn? Not if I can help it. Damn. Oh, look at that, chat. We have the custom swears. I love that. Self-censorship, chat, sometimes. I don't have a weapon. You're all talk, aren't you, little man? Then we cuss. Cuss and run, chat. All I need is a weapon. I'd make some monster mincemeat out of them if I had one. Okay, I just need to be calm and find a weapon somewhere. Well, before we do any of that, chat, let's check out what menu options we have. So we're gonna start from the top left and talk about what we see. So let's try entering the spell menu. We're not able to do so. Let's try looking in the item menu. We can see some categories in which to sort our things. Most of these kind of make sense. And then we see one that probably doesn't make too much sense at the moment. We have something called List Discs First. We're going to be collecting discs. If we take a look at our valuables, we have something called a Food Sack S. This sack enables us to collect food. You could store up to 200. This is pretty solid cooking, I feel, compared to some of the other Tales games in terms of raw healing. I still feel like games like Berseria are slightly better just because they persist and it's easy to cook multiple times. And they have a bonus other than healing, but this one is pretty solid, I must say. So we can also see that we have an order menu. We can reset our position. We can literally move ourselves along where we're gonna spawn. So we could choose to kind of orient ourselves for front attacks versus back attacks. We'll also notice at the bottom that there are 4 character slots and it looks like 2 for reserve. Let's take a look at customize. So one thing I'll probably do to speed up the text, and I could have done this before starting, is I'll move the message speed up to 1. This is just a reminder of what some of the buttons are like. We're not going to be switching it to mono. We'll leave everything on for now, as I said before, and if you have some custom RGB colors you want to see being used for the user window or the enemy window color, please let me know. I like messing around with it when it's more templated numbers, but for games like this where you customize it, I never really feel particularly inspired. So for now, I'll just leave it on the default, but I'll leave that as an option if the chat would like to change it. Let's move over to the special menu. We can see again, we see our character name, TP 10 out of 10, and no skills. So we have no skills. That's always good. Take a look at our equipment. We have literally nothing and no options. Status. This is where we get a little anime picture of our character, which is kind of nice for the profile picture. If we select our name, we can rename him. So if chat would like to rename him something, please let me know. But for the moment, he'll be Blondie. And we have a strategy here. So let's go ahead and just check out what some of the options are. I think generally when playing, I did one of 2 things. I usually left them on power if I'm going in for a boss, or I believe tactical if I'm trying to get to a boss. The difference between these 2 is that tactical will reserve your TP. As we learned last time, we only get a set amount of TP between encounters. We don't really get it from hitting targets, which is what I thought the case was. But that isn't until later Tales games. So TP is a little bit of a commodity. We can also bypass that with certain items, so this game we'll probably use a decent amount of items just to save some time. Target enemy, don't use dash attacks, only attack enemies between other allies. I don't really find this one useful, to be honest, so I never use this one. Then we have don't use TP, use normal attacks instead. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat, it's probably never worth doing this one because it will just make combat very slow. And then you have always defend when stationary. Next up, we have how we assign their targets. I usually just leave them on their defaults. I don't usually change it too much. One thing of note, though, is it looks like we could specify a target for them to strike, which is interesting, but I don't like to micromanage them every encounter. For bosses, I will, but for other ones, I don't really care. So now let's just take a look at everything else. So we've looked at all the top menu stuff. Save is grayed out. We need to hit a save point in order to save. We got 142 health, 10 TP. We need 20 experience to level. We currently have no experience. We have the playtime, Geld, which looks like this game's version of gold. We have something called Lens, which we'll be seeing as just another form of alternative currency. Number of encounters, and food. So armed with this information, let's just run around the ship. If we try to bump into any monsters, the game will try to stop us. So in this case, Blondie says, "A monster! I can't fight them without any weapons." So we have a slightly different dialogue here of, "Oh no, monsters! I can't go that way without a weapon." Well, the crew member is not doing too hot. Let's go speak to him. "I'm finished. Get the sword from the storeroom." He's taken his last breath. "This is awful." So he is blocking us for now. We cannot go up these stairs. We can watch the crew members run around. So let's just go left to right. So chat, here's something that is referenced in quite a few Tales games. So let's inspect the toilet. Hey, there's something on the floor. Do you want to pick it up? Yes, no. Let's say yes, chat. You got a green gel. I wonder if it's okay to eat, asks our really gross protagonist. Let's look at the description of green gel. A gelatin-based healing medicine restores 30% of a character's health. I always enjoyed the percentage healing just because I feel like it scales throughout the game, which makes sense. But I feel like, in particular, with games like Final Fantasy, when you have like a set healing item, I feel like they fall off really, really fast. Whereas this one, it'll always be useful. Where it might be a little weak at the beginning of the game, I think I'm okay with that, to be honest. Rumen says, stay away. So we're not allowed to invade the bathroom on him. Let's talk to this gentleman. He's taking his last breath. You got a cloak. Oh, we just robbed him. Sure. Well, we got our first armor of the game. We're gonna go from 10 to 14 defense. A cloak made from cloth. Sure. We talk to him again. We say, what a waste of life. We ask why this won't open. Oh no, what's this? The path is blocked by crates, but I think I can move them. So we're going to be seeing quite a few puzzles throughout the game, and hopefully I'm able to do most of them without needing too much assistance. This one's just a simple movement puzzle. We've seen these in other games. We're going to be getting to some pretty ludicrous ones going on, I'm going to say in the future. In particular, the storehouse ones are ones that are very easily overlooked because you might not even realize they're a puzzle the first time you go there. He's still moving. Ooh. Hey, hang in there. Hey, wake up, hey. He's motionless. What a mess. Fool, go away. You're gonna lead the monsters to me. Yeah, I don't think there was anything back here, but it's neat that you could kind of disappear into the background. Although this time now I could go on the bed, so our character's just kind of tired. Just showcasing there's nothing else here. Unfortunately, chat, I believe that is the only bathroom gel we pick up. What a shame. We'll still touch every toilet just because, but I am 100% certain there are no toilet gels after this point. So if we enter either of these double doors, we'll get a little cutscene, and that should look familiar because we've seen that sword in the intro. Something shining over there. Well, we're gonna ignore that for now because we could get extra dialogue. Damn, there's monsters over there. I can't fight them without a weapon. Let's instead approach from this side, because this will actually put us much closer to the sword. We could loop around and walk down those stairs to reach it, but it's just much easier to do this side. I mean, just look at this, chat. This looked like no time at all to reach that sword. Great, a weapon. Whoa, what a piece of junk. I guess I can't complain. Piece of junk? Who is it? I'm still kind of flipping on how to pronounce this person's name. Do you think it's Dimlos, chat, or Dimlos? For now, I'm gonna say Dimlos. My name is Dimlos. I'm the swordian you hold in your hand. The sword spoke. Calm down, you fool. I'll protect you from the enemy. What? Protect me? Look in front of you. They're coming. I've got you now. Give it to me. So we're coming up to our tutorial fight. Now, one thing the game doesn't expect you to do, as we've seen in the dialogue past this point, is you could just immediately use a spell. We saw earlier we didn't have one, but notice how the title has changed. We're now Blondie and Dimlos. So let's go ahead and show off the fireball spell. You obtain a green gel, 1 experience, 4 gold, and 1 lens. Did I just do that? Not bad for a novice, but never mind. So what's your name? I was gonna say, I feel like chat might like the Fireball. Fireball has some very special voice clips, especially in Tales of Destiny 2/Tales of Eternia. This one's a pretty classic Fireball, but oh man, the next game that we'll end up playing, Blondie says, what? Oh, sorry. It's Blondie. Now, Blondie Air something or other. You're powerless, so I've given you a spell. I feel like Dimlos, chat. I'm like, I can't pronounce some of these names. I identify with Dimlos in some of these conversations. A spell? What do you mean? I've given you a spell called Fireball. This spell enables you to shoot small fireballs at your enemies. Remember, you must always have me, a Swordian, to cast the spell. By the way, it won't be easy for you to master them. What do you mean by that? You'll see for yourself in time. Anyway, hurry up and get out of here now. You're finished with this place. Okay, I hear you. But say, wait a minute. What now? What do you mean, what now? You called yourself Dimlos, right? You're a sword, for crying out loud. No, I'm a teapot. Of course I'm a sword. How in the world could you speak? I could speak because I'm alive. Oh, come on. Do you expect me to believe that? Right now, I don't really care if you believe me or not. What matters is that I'm here before you. Have you ever heard of the Aether Wars? I was born in that distant past. And now, I have reawakened, and I've chosen you as my master. Do you understand me? Understand you? I will help you with my powers. Believe what I say. If you don't want to die, that is. Okay. Fireball spell attained, chat. Maximum sass attained. Now let's look at the equipment menu. So we now have a named weapon. We can now see that there's a new category called Swordian, in which Dimlos is here. His description is a sentient sword. The sword has balanced abilities. And we can see we can now equip a disc to a Swordian, so we'll keep that in mind. So we can avoid most of the encounters here. We'll do a couple here and there, just to show it off. But if you remember, this is where we stowed away in the beginning. So we could get something called Overall C and green gel. Let's take a look at the description of the new item. A liquid medicine from Oberon Corp restores 35% of maximum health. So we can already see there's a tier going on of different healing items. What I kind of like about this one, though, in particular, is that we'll be seeing a little bit more of the Oberon Corp here. So I appreciate the flavor text, giving you something to look forward to in the future. Also, I like that if we're at full health, our character just kind of crouches down. Like, see, like, if I'm just sorting through items, he's in the walking animation, but he's like, I'm at full health, I don't need it. So there's nothing else here to attain that I know of. So let's go ahead and leave. I bumped into the enemy. Into a fight we go, chat. So let's talk about our normal commands. So I can walk around with the left and right. If I hold down an attack, I do a thrust. If I do a neutral input, I'll do a slash. This game plays on what would be semi-auto in the future games. So if I just hit normal attack, I'll run forward and do a slash. If I hit up an attack and I run, I do that uppercut. But if I'm not moving and I do that, I'll just do an upward stab. So if I want to avoid a lot of damage, I can kind of keep them away with thrust. So our number one goal, chat, will be to learn skills, because skills will be the first time that we could sort of combo. Combos in this game sort of exist, as I said before. Funny enough, almost immediately when we get another character, we'll actually have access to an infinite, but I was contemplating whether or not to even show it off, because it will really heavily break the balance of the game if I do it. So I'm going to leave that up to chat discretion. There's one character that can set up for it, but it's hard to get 99 hits because the character's too powerful. There's a very specific setup you could do to make it easier, and then we'll get a second character who, if I play him as player 2, has the stupidest infinite in the game. And we will not play him for the sake of balance. But I will acknowledge that that is a very easy way to get experience. So you might have noticed that at the end of battle, it counts our number of hits sometimes, I believe. If not, we'll get an item that shows us that next time. And the thing is that the longer our hits are in a combo, the more raw base experience, well, flat experience it gives us. So it's not like the future games like Berseria, where if you get a long combo, it just adds like a multiplier to what you attain. Like, no, this just gives you flat out XP. So, like, just to give you an idea, if we were to do a 99 hit combo in this game, I think it would give us 70,000 approximate experience. So we would hit like level 20 or 20, maybe 25 in one battle. To give you an idea, the game does not expect you to be able to do that. They coded for it, but they didn't really expect you to do it. Let's try to avoid some of these people. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I think I missed going in here last time, so let's talk to these people. What a waste of life. What a waste of life. What a waste of life. Okay, nothing new from these people. Done. Oh, if we examine the stew, we go, hey, it's beast meat stew. I think I'll try some. Delicious. Okay, so the game actually gives you a way to heal, so it's being ultra generous, I will state. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else I'm gonna miss, because this is not a room I normally go to. Because if you recall, this was locked last time that we walked by here. Anyway, let's go up the stairs. We see an item over here. We got the cape, which is an accessory. Increases our defense by 1. A cape made from cloth, the traveler's necessity. Now, I can also hit the square button to see more stats about it. This will be more important in the future. And one thing I want to show off, if we take a look at our sword doesn't have too many interesting stats at the moment, but take a look at this, chat. It has hit, evade, defense, and attribute fire. So we're going to keep this in mind. One thing to be aware of, chat, is that this sword actually levels different, like separately from us. So if we want to improve our fire magic, somebody has to use the fire sword. Got another green gel. Let's go ahead and open this door. I got another green gel. Got an orange gel. I'm just seeing if we can interact with this desk at all. It doesn't look like it. So the way the monster encounters work in this particular section of the game is if I'm touching them for a period of time, it'll initiate the battle. Like, I don't have to be moving to get into it. I can even walk into them by accident. But if I'm not there for very long, I can actually escape combat. So I feel like this game's pretty lenient if you want to avoid combat. We can also just straight up retreat from combat if we need to. Excellent. So we need 6 more experience. I think it's worth getting the extra 6 experience at this point. Let's talk to these people. As that should net us another skill from what I recall. So we're gonna go ahead and do the running thrust. One other thing to note, chat, is if I hit an attack and don't press anything, our character will walk backwards if he's not struck. Unfortunately, they're both kind of hitting me to not show that off. Let's do like an uppercut, for example. Yeah, see how I just reset position there? That was me not touching a direction. If I want to hold still, I actually have to hold a direction. So that's one of the things on why I don't normally play semi-auto in the later games. I don't like doing that. I'm like, no. I only want to move if I'm ready to move. So because I got into a fight here, we'll be getting quite a few battles back to back. So that should level us, and then we could go ahead and check out the last room on this particular floor. Actually, you know what? Let's walk away from this enemy. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to dash manually. There is an item that gives us the ability to do so later, which is useful if you're trying to use spells, but it's not what I would consider a mandatory attack. So that's what happens if you hold down an attack while doing a run. It is nice priority. It'll jump over certain attacks. Like that axe throw, you'll completely dodge. So we could just kind of mess with him. There's not much he could do. We can manually guard, but for the most part, we don't really need to do so, chat. There's only a couple instances where I will consider guarding over attack. Unfortunately, I was holding right to escape this encounter loop, but the enemy still was there. Oh well, chat. We should level off of this, though. I think we needed 3 experience, and this should give 3 experience. Yeah, that's me holding manual guard. If I have a shield, we'll actually see it on our character graphic, but right now we don't. So I'll just use the thrust attack repeatedly. Not much he could really do. Oh, it only gave us 2 experience. What a shame, chat. I think think we missed it by exactly 1. What a shame. Hello, guard. He's taking his last breath. What a waste of life. If I try to interact with the door, it says if I fall, I'll die. Well, there's another door back here, which is kind of easy to miss. Got the melange gel. Talk to this guard. Got an F bottle. And this should level us, actually, so this is fine. I don't mind getting into this encounter. Because I think we all have to go through 3 more encounters to check the captain, which I missed last time. So that should be a little nice content to see. So if you remember, he should be at the front of the ship. We got 222 across the board, and that did not level us, so that's fine. I actually don't want to level quite yet. Oh. Wow, he juked me so hard, chat. I went down thinking he'd go left, then he didn't do that. Then I went left, then he went left, then I went right, he went right, and then I went down and he was still there. Wow, I got trolled, chat. He's not reading inputs. I just lost to RNG super hard. Yeah, I want to be careful with the uppercut because it does leave me open if it's not against an aerial unit. So I'll just do the thrust animation here. There's very little the AI could do about that. There we go, chat. Let's take a look at our stats. Oh, we need 2 more experience to level. Got it. Got spectacles, and we also received green gel. So let's take a look at these items. So we noticed that 4 of the items have a little circle and 2 have an X. So these items with the X we can only use in combat. So the flare bottle is described as a fiery liquid increasing attack power temporarily by 30%. So we already have a boss item. We also have spectacles, a strange lens that enables the user to divine the HP, TP, and alignment. I don't know what it means by alignment, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it just means like the character race. We'll have to use it at some point and double check what that means. Let's go to the left here. So unfortunately, these enemies are blocking the way. So if we want to see what's happening with the captain, we're gonna need to get into a few fights, but this should level us consequently. Speaking of which, probably aim at the air unit with Fireball. Oh, I canceled this Fireball sound effect with it. Yeah. There we go. Flawless victory, chat. We leveled up, learned a new skill. Let's make sure to assign this skill. This skill should look very familiar to people that have played a Tales game. Also, I'd like to point out, we went from 10 TP to 25, which I think percentage-wise is one of the most ridiculous jumps. Just like, just have 2.5 times the TP you had on 1 level up. That's fair. So chat, let me know if this looks familiar if you played a Tales game. Yes, chat, we will be abusing Missile Sword quite a lot in this game. Don't worry, it's a Tales game. I know, that's how you know this character's a protagonist. He's got Demon Fang / Missile Sword. Oh, we could do some really nasty things to some bosses. You can kill them at very low levels with the power of Missile Sword. I know, we got Demon Fang. It's ridiculous. They can't do anything about this skill unless they're flying enemies. Those are the only enemies we can't just ultra cheese. But oh boy, chat, we could cheese like almost every fight in the game with Demon Fang. Let's talk to the captain. I knew it. You've come with a sword. What? No, it can't fall into the hands of monsters. So is this the important thing you were talking about? Come on, wake up. Damn it. He's taking his last breath. What a waste of life. Oh, I almost managed to squeeze into the gap between those 2 characters. So it looks like basically everybody's dead, so no one's really piloting the ship anymore. That seems kind of dangerous, chat. Look at this, chat. Look at this keep away. What can they do about this? Nothing, chat. The power of thrust is too strong. So I don't think we get any additional items, but I figured we just talk to them. This is just for a little bonus dialogue. This is not needed to advance the plot. So we're actually almost at the point where we exit the Draconis. Oh, I forgot I could not dash in this game, and I double tapped very briefly, and then realized my error. So against projectiles, we'll more often than not just block those while walking forward, because we don't have access to dash. Future games will remedy that. Even the ones that are 2D like this, they'll fix that. So it feels like you have a little more control in the future games. This was an area we couldn't really do anything with before. Better not fall down. We'll ignore that other demon. They're not really worth the experience to us. Damn monsters. So I think we're looking at possibly the last crewman alive on the ship. That's not looking too good for them. So we'll get the uppercut just to get the flyer out of the air, and then we'll just thrust attack these guys. Nice and easy, chat. Are you alright? Forget about me, I'm dying. There's an escape pod over there. But... shut up and go. The ship will crash soon. Come on, don't die. No, this isn't happening. Dimlos is speaking. Blondie, escape now. We're really gonna crash. No, I'm gonna take them on. I'm gonna crush them all. Dimlos, give me your strength. You stupid fool! Dimlos? Are you foolish enough to think that if you sacrifice yourself here, this man will come back to life? I'll spell it out for you. You're an inexperienced weakling right now. Crush them? They'll crush you! Listen to me. Calm yourself. Know your limits. But I thought you said you'd lend me your powers. Yes, that I will, but I don't want to see you die in a place like this. It was our destiny to become partners. I've been waiting many years for this to happen. Dimlos, I think I understand. Sorry. Blondie, hurry up. We don't have much time left. There is no escape. Dimlos crushing Blondie's dreams before the villains crush Blondie's body. It's a two-fang assault, chat. Well, at least we landed in the lake. It could have been much worse, chat. Blondie says, I'm still alive. Yeah, double demon fang assault. Very true, chat. Uh-oh, we've fallen over, chat. Hey, Blondie, be strong. Stay awake. You fool. We did not stay awake. Blondie! I'm telling you, chat. Every time the game takes us somewhere, I'm just like, when can I loot the items? Every time, chat, without fail. Where am I? Ah, awake at last. Where am I? You're deep in the mountains of Fandaria. We found you lying unconscious by the lake, kid. Who are you? Gar says, my name is Gar. I'm a traveler. Thank you very much for rescuing me. Don't mention it. You look like you're doing some traveling yourself. Yes, I left home to see the world and maybe even become rich and famous along the way. Chat, I'm very tempted to just make his name Gar, but I just add more R's. Just like you know, chat. What were you doing by the lake? I was aboard a flying dragon, but it was attacked by monsters. But I managed to escape from it. A flying dragon was attacked? Is it true? Yes. Seems like you've had quite an adventure. Oh, by the way. What is it? Your sword. Come this way. Up the stairs we go, chat. So many lootables, chat. It's on the table. Phew, what a relief. By the way, you have something interesting there. What? I'm talking about the sword. The sword? What do you mean? This sword will help you someday. Dimlos will? Do you think so? You'd probably get an answer faster from Dimlos if you just asked him. Isn't that right, Dimlos? Dimlos does not respond. Hey, Dimlos. Dimlos chooses not to respond. Hey, I'm talking to you. Dimlos ... us even harder, chat. It's okay. I don't think he likes me. That's right, especially someone with a cynical attitude like you, Gar. Oh, I'm sorry. I know there was another character that shows up, and I thought it was the little girl. It is not the little girl. Master Alba. Aw, are you better now? Yes, thanks to you. Well, I'm glad to hear that, my boy. By the way, Gar, she hasn't returned yet. Can you go look for her? Again? Consider it done. What's going on? Well, his granddaughter went deep into the mountains, but hasn't returned yet. I'm gonna look for her. Please take me with you. But you're still recovering. You should rest. Also, I also thought that was a grandma too. I'm not gonna lie. I totally misremembered. Oops, sorry, Master Alba. You sound like a little girl if he wants. Blondie says, I'd like to do something to repay you for helping me. Well, that's very noble of you, son. I'll take you up on your offer. It'll be dark soon, and I'm a little worried. All right, then we'll both go. Listen, Blondie. What? How do you know my name? Can you read my mind or something? Something like that. Let's leave it at that for now. What a trustworthy individual, chat. We'll get going then. I'm counting on you. Well, chat, we now have access to Gar, who shows us up in all manners. He is level 8, chat. Look at him just eclipsing us in stats. Let's take a look at him. Look at that, chat. His arms are crossed. He's got a bow, leather armor. Hold on, chat. I think it has to be done. There we go. His name is Gar Kelvin. I'm not sure if he said his last name or not, to be honest, but now we know it. You like the abs visible through his outfit? It's very important, chat. Yeah, anybody that shows up in the party, even if they're only temporary, chat, we can rename as long as we can hit a menu. So we could rename anybody, chat. Just letting you know, if they join the party, everybody's fair game, no matter what happens by the end of the game. So anyway, he's now Gar. So he has something called an auto bow with 10 attack and 10 hit, a short bow constructed from a single piece of wood. He also has access to leather armor, an upper body made of leather. Anyway, I think that armor looks much better on our character, so let's go ahead and equip that, chat. Just he doesn't need it. It's fine. He's level 8, chat. Does he really need the armor? No, he doesn't. This is exactly how I played the game when I grew up, chat. I was literally like, listen, he's the high level. He doesn't need it. We also got a life bottle, which should be very familiar. See, now we can just quickly see whether or not something's an upgrade or not, just from a stat standpoint. So I like the arrows and the facial animations, or who can equip it. Got something called the life bottle. The bottle contains the water of life. The water revives dead allies. Actually, I think I forgot to look at the leather armor description. Oh, just an upper body armor made of leather. Well, we could just immediately leave, but that would be a mistake. So we already know there's treasure over here, chat. We need it. We got wood shield. We got another auto bow, which is interesting. I actually don't want to equip it at the moment. You can use it in certain fights, and it is useful, but if you are aware of the fact that the Swordian has the level, it's better just that somebody always has it. So right now, their experience totals are synced, but if I were to unequip Dimlos, he actually won't level, to my knowledge, One thing I want to note, though, chat, is we looked at his stats earlier, and his slash and thrusts were scored at 5. They've actually increased to 9. So this game has a pretty interesting equipment mechanic where weapons will actually scale with us to some extent. This will also lead to some... I'm not going to say unintended, but it'll lead to some alternate endings, because we're going to be able to beat things we shouldn't be able to beat. And as long as we keep leveling Dimlos for now... Oh, I investigated the toilet and plop came out. That's always reassuring, chat. I don't think we can interact with the paint. Oh, we can interact with the painting. It's a half-drawn painting. Chelsea's clothing is hanging here. We have not met Chelsea. But you know what? We got the description of the character, so why not? This is Chelsea's favorite teddy bear. See yourselves in the mirror. I think I missed the mirror on the ship last time, chat, but I like that you can see yourself in the reflection. Yeah, like we can just barely see our head there. I don't think there's anything we can loot, but I'm just looking for flavor text. Book of Ladies' Manners. Is there anything else to interact with over here? Let's just double check, chat. Like chest of drawers. Nope, nothing in the chest of drawers. See, this is where I learned from a young age to just hit the action command on everything, because you never know when you'll get some either flavor text or a free item. Like the bathroom gel, chat. This is the game that taught me how to play JRPGs. Let's see. A painting by Chelsea is here on the wall. Okay, so Chelsea's the painter. Got that. She seems to be pretty young if she's got a favorite teddy bear. Alba says he's counting on both of us. We're gonna see the first thing that I am dying to see. So this is our save point. Miracles upon miracles, chat. We did not receive a tutorial on how to use save points. Let's go ahead and save here. So we can only make 3 saves, I think. So it'll be a little hard to do some of the alternate stuff, but we'll make do with what we have. For now, we'll make a save here. There's an axe for chopping firewood. You can see water that looks very cold below. This is not Tales to Tutoria. So one thing I think is also really cool about this game is, like, look at all the little environmental details. Like, we have the snow in the foreground, but look as I walk along the ground. I like that the footsteps gradually fade. I think that is so cool, chat. I love all the pixel details they have in this. Oh, I'm trying to remember which one. Maybe it's south. I want to go to the lake. Oh, okay. I wanted more dialogue. Okay, so if we try to go the wrong way, he goes, Blondie, the backside of the mountain isn't that way. So we're not allowed to sequence break, chat. Thou must follow the plot. So now we're going back into what is traditional in most parts of the Tales of Destiny game, is we're going to go back to random encounters. So if you want to see something totally ludicrous, let's have Gar attack. Speaking of which, we could also give characters different commands. If you want to retreat from battle, retreat is in here. We'll be doing this just to speed up some of the later parts, because I don't really feel like doing random fights. His arrows are insanely powerful. So if I hit R1 on the controller, I could force him to focus on somebody. So he's just walking up and blocking for some reason. Hold on, let's see if we can fix him. We could technically put him really far in the front going forward so that he stays more likely to attack. He's set to always defend for some reason. Let's not do that. Let's have him do shoot arrows to support leader's attack. No, let's do power and we'll do manual, I guess. Look at him walk up and punch with the bow. Oh, he tried, chat. Let's just watch him do things. He's got a power shot. For being level 8, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's pretty much immortal. I suppose we should assist him. Look at that, chat. Wow, he gets 4 TP back every battle. I can't wait till we get to that, chat. So let's take a moment to observe this. So it looks like maybe every 20 TP we get, minimum of 1 will net us another 4 TP between battle. Hero says maybe he hates his weapon. That is a good point. Maybe it is just like a little bit of a lore thing going on with him. Let's make sure to fix his strategy permanently. I think he'll keep most of it. Yeah, he'll keep the strategy at least. And again, we'll make sure to keep him in the front so he's more likely to attack. But I could put myself like ultra close to him as well. So that's also fun. Hope you're doing well, Nero. So I'm trying to remember where the items are in this place. I know ultimately where we have to go, but it's just how we get bonus items is the question. Hello, Frost Bunnies. One thing we're going to be doing a lot of as we go forward, chat, is we can manually command these characters to use skills, and this game does not allow us to assign a character skill to a command. Some of the later games fix that issue, so we're going to be menuing quite a bit. Both suck, so I don't blame them. They're pretty mediocre in this game. One character in particular is decent with them, but... we're just gonna mow through them. I think I'm doing okay for the most part. I had like some mixed sleep coming into today, but I'll make it through. So I believe we have to go to the upper left, which I don't want to do quite yet. Or, I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter if I trigger the plot here. It doesn't force me to go back to the cabin yet. See, like, I'm forcing him to move forward by being slightly behind him. That's my little tactic. If I just want them to attack faster, I just put them first, and then I run forward. See, like, that right there, I think they just kept the Japanese voices, including for the skill names, and that's why... That's why some of the voices are locked, because I guess they didn't feel like doing the English quote-unquote voices for the skills. Maybe in Japanese they are just using the English names. But that's a shame. I'm not really sure what they're saying, to be honest, during some of the victory scenes. But I still appreciate the game regardless. I just love him just giving the straight punch to the enemy. Do it. Yeah, punch him. So unfair, chat. We acquired chicken, which is a new type of item. We haven't seen that yet. Let's take a look at that, chat. Oh, I think I forgot to equip the wooden shield. A shield made from wood. One defense, 5 evade. We might as well equip it here. Chicken. Food sack value, 200. Leaner than other meats, so it's favored by health-conscious eaters. So I will not use this right away, chat, but chicken, it basically means, like, we will walk... and as we walk, we'll consume the food meter. And the food meter immediately translates to health. So we could basically have 200 floating health to heal us between battle. We'll obviously want to get larger food sacks so we can heal more. But we might as well just advance the plot slightly, just to get a third-party member. Gar says, Chelsea? Gar! With extra R's, chat, just for you. Is there something wrong? Did grandfather send you here? What does he want now? I think he was saying that he needs your help badly. He said something about sewing buttons on his pants. Sew buttons on his pants? He needs me for that? He was once a revered master archer. This is so embarrassing. She runs in circles. There's more to it than that. Master is genuinely worried about you. He's afraid that you got lost again. No way, I'm not lost. I was just hanging out with Kiyaki and my other friends. We're having so much fun and we just lost track of time. I'm not lost or anything. I don't deserve to be treated like a baby. Well, a 14-year-old is still a child if you ask me. Let's go home before it gets dark. You're treating me like a baby again. By the way, who's this? Oh, this is Blondie. He's on a journey to seek fame and fortune. I'm Blondie Aileron. Nice to meet you. How do you do? I'm Chelsea Torn, Master Alba's granddaughter. I'm honored to make your acquaintance, sir. Honored to make your acquaintance? Well, your manners are really good for a 14-year-old. It's hard growing up with a grandfather who can't do anything by himself. Well, it's hard for the master to have a grandchild who easily gets lost. Phooey, says Chelsea. Okay, let's go. So chat, we've actually acquired a third party member already. I think this is the fastest JRPG to get multiple party members. What do you think, chat? Like, if you start at 1 and increase, this is pretty fast. So we can also rename the little girl. So chat, you're gonna have to think about what you want to name this character. So she comes in with no weapon and a cloak. For the time being, I will equip her with an auto bow, because we did pick up an extra one. But one thing we're going to keep in mind as we get to the house, we're probably just going to strip them of equipment. That's standard JRPG rules, chat. If you give them a piece of equipment, you might not see it again. So you should just take it. Yeah, fastest arrest, fastest third-party member. Booger is her name. Maybe. Oh, what's her strategy set to? She's also set to defend for some reason. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we could kind of cancel our attacks into special skills, which is how we're going to be getting some combos later on. But we're also at the mercy of our AI compatriots for super long combos, with some exceptions. Let's make sure to switch her off of this, because I really don't want her doing that. She might as well blow every single point that she has. Actually, Gar's the same way. I don't really care if he conserves TP, to be honest. And let's rearrange the characters. So unfortunately, because she came into the party, it messed up the party orders. Let's make sure Gar is first. Then we can have Chelsea. And we'll move slightly closer. So we're a really bunched up party, chat. We'll explore the woods a little bit more, just to see if there's any more items. Then as we make our way back to the house, I will unequip them, because they know what they did, chat. If I hit L1, I think it flips the formation. Like, see how they just ran in front of me again, and then before they go behind me? So if we're getting back attacked, I can try to tell our allies to retreat behind me, which is useful when we have spellcasters later. I'll take your word for that. Gar. Okay, chat is calling her booger multiple times. I think I have to. Let's do this. Trying to remember how to clear characters. How do I clear a character in this? Ugara. No, there should be a way to clear this. What button is it? No, no. I mean, that is unintentionally slightly funnier, but I'm just like, how do I get rid of the character? Okay, I'm gonna do the button check with you, chat. L1, nothing. Selects it. L2? No, it cancels the menu. Why does L2 cancel the menu? That's weird. Let's try this again. I would have thought it was triangle to clear. Like, I'm hitting triangle here and nothing happens. I also hit triangle here and nothing happens. Yeah. I mean, for now I'll do, or I guess I could do it with an exclamation mark, because you can add punctuation to their name for some reason. So why not, chat? Try the character above 0. That should just literally be the underscore though, but we could check. Yeah, no, that's like a literal underscore. Huh, it's just very strange. You should be able to delete it. I'm pressing buttons, but it's not like start or select or something weird, right? No. Oh, I have to keep hitting X. Okay, I can rename it. There we go. Random herder with shorter name. That's also a good way I could do it. So I just had to hit cancel multiple times. So I just didn't hit it enough times. Have a safe walk, Nero. So now we have Gar and Booger. The chat names are very interesting. So let's force them to move a little closer. So we can see them just kind of pelting arrows constantly. by enemies. Like their chat, I have no idea what she said. Just no idea. They're very happy bunnies with big tails. Yeah, just don't question these things. Also, because we're still equipped with Dimlos, he's now leveled. Remember, chat, he only had 5 to each of his stats. Now they're 13. So we're getting quite a big power jump. I mean, just compare that to Gar, who's only using, like, what? Oops. Oh, that's right. I have to use the D-pad up and down to switch, not L1, R1. Yeah, he's only using a weapon that adds 10 to each. Where comparatively, we're adding 13. So we already have a better weapon than he does. So we'll just continually level it. That's one thing I didn't realize when I played right away, is that there was a difference between the Swordian experience and your experience. Oh, we've now gained 1 in intellect, which will help us with spell damage. I think that's the exits of the forest. So we'll do one more encounter, chat. We'll strip them bare. Technically, we'll have assistance from Gar after this, but he doesn't need a weapon. It's fine. Poor enemy, chat. Got yet another green gel, so we're pretty safe when it comes to bosses at this point. This game is not terribly difficult, and there's no ability to increase the difficulty. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to do like an experience glitch. Maybe we'll show it off, but not actually use it. We'll see, chat. Because as you can see, I'm already completely dominating them. Like it's not even close. Okay, time to get our items back, chat. I don't want them to have anything. It's fine. Alba says, "Ah, you're back. Yes, we just got here. I'm glad all of you are safe. Grandpa, can't you fix your own pants? Now, calm down, child. You've got plenty of time to fix it." "No, I don't." "Really?" "Of course. I can't keep doing everything for you for the rest of my life." "Booger, that's more than enough." "Gar, you're on his side too. You shouldn't spoil Grandpa like that. I have to put my foot down like this to make him understand my point." "I see. Is this how you young ones gang up and abuse a helpless old man?" "Who's the helpless old man? Have you no gratitude for the ones who have taken care of you so far?" "I think I'm going to be depressed." "Okay, I'll fix your pants. Just this one last time only." "Oh, goody. Booger is so kind." Chat, I'm just gonna... Look what you made me say, chat. Look what you made me say. Booger size, chat. "Master, what do you mean by gang up and treat you badly?" "It's just a figure of speech, son. Don't dwell too much on it." "Oh yes, I should be giving you two a reward for finding Booger." "Master, please, a reward for adults like us." "Well then, Gar, there's no reward for you. Let's see now. And you are Blondie, right?" "Yes, sir. I'll give you this." We received a melange gel. "Well, there's no need for us to stand around here freezing like this. Let's go back inside the cabin." The slowest walk back to the cabin, chat. They could have faded to black on that part, I'm not gonna lie. "By the way, where were you heading to before we found you?" "I was going to Darshield in the Kingdom of Seingald." Seingald. You'll need to pass through Genos to get there from here." "Genos?" "It's a border town to the southwest between Seingald and Fondaria." "I can take you to Genos if you want. How about it?" "Yes, thank you." "Gar, are you coming back?" Not right away, Master. I'm thinking about going back to my home temporarily. I see. Then give my regards to your father. What? Are you leaving me, Gar? I guess that works with the extra letters, chat. Well, it's not like I have a lot of free time on my hands. Booey. Good news, while you're gone, I put Fooey name tags on all your belongings. It's true, chat. We'll have to go double check it. Oh, do behave. I'll come back again. Booger will wait for you impatiently, says Booger. Hey, don't get so serious. Thanks for everything. Take care of yourself, son. Shall we get going, Blondie? Sure. Gar, please come and see me again. I'll be waiting for you. So she's now left the party. Goodbye, third party member. Chat, did you enjoy that third party member? Goodbye. Janos is southwest from here. Be careful. Let's go view her belongings. Book of Lady Manners. This is Booger's favorite teddy bear. Booger's clothing is hanging from here. Oh, Booger hanging is not a good series of words, chat. I think that's it for now. Oh, I guess we can look at Booger's painting. So we're now down to just 2 party members. I might as well fix the strategy while we're here, just because. That's the downside, is when characters do rotate a lot, it does forget how you've laid them out. Good old plot for good measure, chat. Let's speak to the master again. So I don't think I looked at the description for this, the green gel versus the melange gel. So if we take a look, we could see gelatin-based healing medicine heals 30% of our health. So instead of healing medicine, this one's just medicine, restores 30% of characters' HP and TP. And finally, we have gelatin-based healing medicine. Restores 30% of a character's TP. Interesting that they make that one use the healing medicine. The melange gel doesn't. Well, anyway, we have now liberated equipment from them, and we'll take advantage of that at some point. Probably just to sell, but it's nice to say the AI did not take away our weapons. Chat, let's go ahead and save. I think we made decent progress. Now we should be able to head south. But not before getting into combat, it seems. Yeah, let's just retreat from battle, chat, or long command. I'll remember. Oh, literal command. Yeah, let's just retreat from combat. It's fine. It's faster than doing the actual combat. If we're gonna get experience with characters, it's not gonna be with this character. Ooh, let's explore up here. Maybe this is the lake I was trying to think of. Exactly. I was trying to look for where we were. I like, chat, when you touch the water, it even has a ripple effect. That's like that's such a nice touch, chat. Okay, so now that we're here, we got another green gel. Like a little splash sound effect too. We can't go any further to the right, but we can see roughly where we crash landed. She's forever renamed Booker until she rejoins the party. There are characters we potentially will come across that will not rejoin, so those characters will forever have their name locked in. Again, we don't really need to fight this. Let's just leave. Excellent, excellent, chat. So let's keep running around. I'm trying to recall if there's any items on the road here. Essentially, the further we go to the west, the closer we're gonna get to the next town, which there will be a complication, but it's fine. Goodbye, combat. We don't need you. We'll level somewhere else. It's fine. Ooh, yeah, I was gonna say, I remembered a chest being down here, and I was correct. So we could double stack accessories in this game, which some other games don't let you do. Like the East series, for example, don't let you stack 2 of one item type. But this game, we're just kind of double caping. It's fine. Or like, whatever. Also, I was trying to see if you could hit up on that command list to quickly go to retreat, but it looks like it doesn't wrap around. So that's one thing that's kind of a shame. Because we're going to be running from a lot of combat. I'm just double backing here just to make sure we didn't miss anything. I feel like the encounter rate in this area is fairly high. Some parts of the game I feel like you'll get into combat quite often, but things like the overworld, we can make quite a distance without getting into combat. So I'm just gonna check one area over here just to make sure. Yep, okay, there was one thing here. Got another life bottle. Oh no, chat, the RNG battles begin. Yeah, like I'm hitting up and you can hear the sound effect if it's trying to do it, but it fails. I do like that our shield updates. So if we equip different shields, we'll see them on our character model. That's also a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. As I said before, this experience is not really, it's like a drop in the bucket. So me retreating from this, no big deal, Chad. Ah, another save point. Let's go ahead and use it. We're gonna lock in Booger's name for now, chat. It cannot be changed. Okay, we managed to reach the border town without too much of a hassle. Gar says, if you go through the north gate, you'll be in Seingold. Thank you for everything. Don't mention it. Have a safe journey. Thanks, please take care of yourself too. Okay, goodbye and good luck. Well, chat, there goes our other party member. Diablo says, he's gone at last. Why didn't you say anything? I don't trust Gar. Why not? He's such a nice guy. Listen, he knew that I existed. Well, I learned about you too. You're special. You've been chosen. Oh, he's very special. I agree with that statement. Chosen? Hey, don't let it go to your head. You still got some learning to do. Learning, we say, frustrated. Anyway, don't attract attention to yourself, like speaking in the middle of public. Why? Why? Just think about it. Now hold on, Dimlos. I won't speak unless it's absolutely necessary. Do you understand? I like the little boy running in circles. We can also interrupt his path. Let's talk to the different townspeople here. Young woman says, this is the border town, Janos. It's located between Seingold and Fondaria. It's Seingold, but not Seingold. And it's also Fondaria, but not Fondaria. It's a town like that. Snow, snow, snow! Let's check out the weapon shop. Not that we'll buy anything for this character. Clerk says, come in, welcome to my humble shop. Equipment shop of Blizzard. So, if we decided not to play using Dimlos, technically this longsword would be an upgrade. We have an okay amount of gold, but not like a crazy amount. I think most of this is probably not worth touching at the moment. We could pretty safely buy one of each of these, just to say we have one of every item. I also noticed there's something called Plane Rod, which we don't have. I suppose for the sake of completion, chat, I should just buy one of every item. But I'm not going to buy extras for other characters yet. It says come again, even though it's just a humble shop. So you can see we bought the rod, but we're not able to use it. Oh, the longsword is still technically an upgrade for us. Interesting. Well, we did get the leather helmet, which gives us 4 defense. Helm made from leather, covers the head only. Might as well as equip it. Now, we have another hand slot here, but we don't have anything to put here yet. So we're going to keep an eye out for something later. Girl says, that boy says he hasn't seen much snow, but snow falls everywhere around here. Vandarian soldier. There's a girl who lives with her grandfather deep in the woods, and her grandfather is said to be a master archer. I believe he was known as Torn or something. Oh, there's a little... I don't know what that is. Is it a snow bunny? It just makes a little goofy sound when you talk with it. Untitled Soldier says, let's see, I want 2 green gels, 1 lemon gel. Oh, can I have a receipt, please? Welcome, what can I do for you? We could buy more capes here if we really want to. Nah, that's okay. It's only worth the defense point. We don't really need it. It says, please go to the next counter. It's a barrel. It's a pot. There are various tools. There is firewood here. It's also a barrel. Oh, we don't say it's a plant. Oops, I was trying to interact with the barrel there, but I slid along it by accident. So before we try going to the borders, I'm just gonna go to each of these locations first. Saw a flying dragon pass by very low the other day. Hope there wasn't an accident. It's a pot. It's warm. I also like to interact with fireplaces, chat, because I feel like developers like to have like little Easter eggs when you do so. Sometimes you get treated to a goofy animation, like they burn themselves or something. So we'll be interacting with that quite often if we see any. Pandarian Soldier says, everything's condition green, sir. Woohoo! We're just really confused. There's a sword. It belongs to someone else. I should leave it alone. There's an axe. Oh, we're also gonna leave it alone. I know Blondie's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He also might not even be in the shed, to be honest. So just missed the boat altogether. Oh, another it's warm. Middle-aged man says, the temperature changes drastically here. Make sure you're wearing the right clothes for the weather. Let's talk to these soldiers. No entry without a passport, sorry. Can't let anyone in without a passport, sorry. Hey, wait, if you're going through, show me your passport. What? I can't let you go through here without a passport. You must go back. Old woman says, you need a passport to go through the border. Do you have one? Well, we're a stowaway, so the answer to that is probably no. You're not from Fandoria, are you? Have you visited the Strayleys Temple? Oh, we're actually gonna go to that at some point. That's nice. So we can actually give different options for this. So because the chat would not really know about this unless they played the game, we might as well just ask her about it. You don't know the Strayleys Temple? The Strayleys Temple is a place to honor the goddess Adamani. Because people in Seingold are very religious, a lot of people come to worship at the temple on religious holidays. But in Fandaria, people worship the king like a god, so only a few from there come here. You must be from a faraway place because you don't know anything about the temple. Now let's see what he said with the other ones. Let's see if I know I haven't. It's not necessarily true that everyone outside of Fandaria worships Adamani. Yeah, we just get shorter responses, but we might as well see the dialogue. They say people in Seingold are religious, but I think it's nothing out of the ordinary. Mind your head, says the sign. Let's go inside this shed. Or excuse me, station. There are many books. There's a sword, but it belongs to somebody else. It's still warm. Oh, there's an NPC here somewhere. There we go. Seingoldian Soldier says, we take turns to come here from Seingold. If everything stays peaceful, I can go home in a week. Oh, he is not letting me use the door. Please go. Stop it. Leave the door. Let me leave, please. Please. Are you are you kidding me? What is this? What is this RNG movement? How is he blocking me every time? How? What a god, chat. I can't get through the door because of him. Oh, Tales of Destiny, please leave the door. Thank you. Just, he was like walking into like the tile where you would escape. Like I could brush along him and pass him, but not actually go down. Seingoldian Soldier says, go north from the town and cross a bridge. You'll find the village of Harmentz there. Or you could go south from here and then go east. You'll wind up at Heidelberg, the capital of Fandaria. That's kind of important to know for later. Somebody just simply named Kitty says, you'll get to Funderay if you go south, and you get to Seingal if you go north. Healthy old man says, young people today can't stand the cold. Come on, let's do some aerobics. Stay peaceful. See, all he has to do is stand in front of the doorway and no army can get past him. It's very true, chat. There's no shove action. You shouldn't open it without getting permission. What a goody two-shoes we're playing as, chat. We'll just talk to somebody in their bed. I'm catching a cold. I can't work. Game is scolding us for trying to take things without permission. Oh boy. Oh, I guess we can come back here. Down, Fido. I'm sorry about the dog. If you need anything, please come by the service counter and ask. Guess we can ask. Actually, how do we reach that area? Hold on a second. There's like a whole... Oh, maybe there's a door next door that I could use, and that's like the tavern versus the inn. Let's talk to the innkeeper just because. There's a feather pen here. Welcome, our rate is 30 gold a night. Would you like to stay? No. I see. Come back soon. Such a goody-goody, I miss Velvet. Velvet is a pretty good protagonist. We get many drunk customers because of our location next to the bar. Just wish they acted a little bit more like adults. There we go, chat. Young woman, there's a rumor that the Prince of Pandaria is a beautiful man with flowing silver hair. Chat, I wonder if we've seen a character with silver hair. Middle-aged woman says, I hear the king of Senegal doesn't have any children. Wonder who's going to succeed him. Let's see, boy says, I don't know what to do. I'm in trouble, says the girl. Middle-aged man, looks like I lost my passport to Pandaria. To return to Pandaria soon, but I can't go through the border without a passport. Oh, I'm in deep, where did I drop that blasted thing? So there's a missing passport, and we need a passport to go through the border. So we've now learned some interesting information. Let's see what happens if we try to go through the north border. Actually, before we do that, let's go to the bar. Also, I don't think we talked to these people. The Golian soldier says, there's a lot of bad lens hunters. Many lens hunters are practically thieves. It's hard to regulate the lens hunters. Your appearance tells me that you're a lens hunter. Oh, listen to that tavern music, chat. Great music. Is he dead? Burp. Oh, I don't think I could talk to her. I cannot squeeze into this gap. Old man says, so as I was saying, young people these days are morally bankrupt. Do you understand? It's too cold here for guard duty. They say that the Prince of Pandaria is traveling around the world. It's refreshing to watch guys who drink like civilized people. Are you asking me if I get cold? Well, I'm wearing warm underclothes, so I'm fine. Ooh, an interesting group down here, chat. Millie says, oh, ooh. Your bod. It's so ripped. And your face kind of reminds me of that way cute actor, Leon DiCarpaccio. Okay, I see what they did there, chat. I'm sure everybody see what they did there. We're no DiCaprio, though. You're so cute, and I think I'm in love. Say, why don't you join our gang? I mean, I'll take care of you if you know what I mean. Oh wow, we actually have a choice here. What do you say, chat? Should we join their gang? Yes, no? You get to think about it, chat. You're in control now. It's very sudden, but we just got invited. I'm gonna leave it up to fate, as I'm not seeing any suggestions in the chat. I'm gonna close my eyes, chat. Just rolling my finger on the D-pad. Survey says in 3, 2, 1, looking at chat. Leaning towards no, but she also complimented us, so why not? Well, that is a decision, so I will go ahead and select it. Then you need to donate 30,000 gal to us for our defense fund. Do you have it? 30,000? You don't have it? Well, that's too bad. Huh. Now what I'm kind of... I'm not curious enough to do this on stream, but I'm curious off stream. What happens if we did have 30,000 gold there? I'm kind of curious if they thought about that. If there's an ending to the game I've not seen yet. Grid says, we're the oh no, they're called the Blackwings? Tales of Berseria and the Darkwings. Uh-oh, chat. We're having some very similar themes. We're the Blackwings Lens Hunter gang. Wow, that's so cool, or yeah, so what? I guess we'll say that's so cool to get more information from him. Oh, you seem to appreciate how magnificent I am. And what happens if we say no? What? Don't you know who the Blackwings are? Hey, listen up, pal. We hunt for lens by going on difficult adventures, then sell them to the Oberon Corporation. And many products used by ordinary people are made from these lenses. In short, we're a godsend to the people of the world, and Blackwings are superior to all other lens hunters. We're invincible. We're immortal. John the Beast. Grr. Whirlwind Mindy. Or Millie, I mean. What? Don't call me that. And I'm the illustrious leader of the Blackwings, Grid the Omnipotent. You poor, helpless peons. Remember this day and my words forever in your hearts. You shall be saved by me someday. Yo, boss, you the man! You the man! My greatness rules the day again. I guess we can ask her again. Oh, she actually had different dialogue there. So she said, see you later, lover boy. John says, our boss will be a hero someday and earn his rightful place in history. I could talk to him like this now, but I might not be able to hang out with him if he becomes such an important man. Playboy says, let's make a toast to your beautiful sparkling eyes. Are you, like, stupid? I really want to leave this loser here and go somewhere else. Love it, chat, I love it. Oh, if we talk to him. Oh, we did. I think we've spoken to just about everybody now. The only thing we haven't done is try to advance the plot by going to the north. So let's see what happens, chat. Holt, if you're going through, show me your papers. What? I can't let you go through here without a passport. Go back. Alright, so we're now at an impasse. We cannot leave the town, but we need to leave the town. They're just telling us we need a passport. What happens if we try to leave now? Okay, we're still allowed to backtrack. So technically, we could try to get money to get the 30,000 gold, but that is not worth our time, chat. Maybe we'll check out online at some point what to do. So the other guy lost his passport. I'm just thinking about where he could have lost it. So we basically know what our end goal is. We need a passport to leave. But the question is, where did this guy leave it? Okay, now that we've talked to each of the border people, I wonder if we could get more information from him. Let's talk to him again. Maybe he has more dialogue. Alright, so we're gonna have to do some inferences. So we know there's a lot of guards in the town, so I believe what you're supposed to do as the player is assume that somebody picked it up. So the innkeeper doesn't have it. I think there was a guard station not too far from here. Let's go to the guard station. Maybe they have more information. Not this guy. We'll keep looking around, chat. Somebody probably has it. Oops, this is not the right area. We have a lost passport here. Is it yours? Even if I get this, it's probably for the wrong country, and besides, it belongs to someone else. What's wrong? Isn't it yours? Well, no, it's not. So our character is too kind-hearted to try to take advantage of the passport, chat. We thought about it, But what we should do is we should probably tell the other gentleman we found his passport. If you're looking for the passport, I think someone at the border station has yours. Oh, really? I have to go get it. Welcome back, Nero. Thanks for the tip. This is a token of my gratitude. Please take it. We received 50 gold. What is it? Where can I get a passport? Didn't you get it from the guard when you entered the town? You don't have one. Well, you know, If you don't have a passport, you must either be a criminal or an illegal alien. No, it's not that I don't have one, I just don't have it with me. Sure, I believe you. Oh, I'd like to chat some more, but I gotta run. I have to go get it now. Thanks for your help. Girl says, I'm so bored. And boy says, I'm so bored. Okay, so now their dialogue is updated, so let's try leaving. So chat, we're at an impasse. We have no way to leave the town. We just gave away the only passport out of here. And now Dimlos is gonna talk to us. You're not using your brain, Blondie. What? What gives? You should have used that guy's passport to get out of town. See, chat, I feel like you're gonna identify with Dimlos. I feel like he's just gonna do nothing but sass and just tell us that we did things wrong. So at least somebody in this game is smart, chat. Then I'd be going the wrong way. I'm going to Seingold, not Fondaria. Who cares? You need to get out of this town somehow. Poor innkeeper listening to us talk to ourselves. Hey, didn't anyone bother teaching you about not stealing things from others? This wouldn't be stealing. It's something that someone dropped. Finders keepers. It's the same thing. You're so wrong. Oh, hail Dimlos, he's second only to the ultimate waifu. Dimlos says, fine, whatever. See if I ever give you advice again. Oh, we have immediately collided with a new character. Are you alright? Question mark, question mark, question mark says. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying any attention to you because I've got a lot on my mind. Ultimate waifu is Emma? I'm not sure I know who that is. To be honest, I'm in trouble. Trouble? What happened? Actually, what I said is that my friend is in serious trouble. My friend was caught in a trap inside the ruins by the snow mountain. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'd like to help her, but I can't do it by myself. I see, then I'll help you. Are you sure? That'll be great. Oh, the girl from Trails. Gotcha, gotcha. My name is Mary Argent. Call me Mary. I'm Blondie Aileron. Let's get going. We could go to the snow mountain from the exit on the right side of this town. Okay, lead on. Man, you are such a pushover. Weren't you going to Seingold? Will you shut up? I can't abandon someone in trouble. What is it? Are you talking to yourself? It's nothing. Let's hurry up. Okay, chat. We now have a second party member. That was quick. Let's go ahead and check out what she has. So she already has a longsword. She already has a leather cloak. If we bought extra accessories, we could equip her here. She's one level above us, so I don't think we have anything to really worry about. We'll just move our party members closer. Let's see what special she has. Oh, she is Beastblade? Oh, we can... Technically, we can already do the infinite, because Beastblade is crazy broken. But for now, we'll leave it as is. It's okay, we're the only people hearing voices at the moment. Beastblade is so silly broken. We'll be abusing this, I think, constantly. One other thing to note is if you highlight the character, it teaches you that you can use the skill manually if, for example, it's a healing spell outside of combat. But you can also hit the square button to disable or enable spells or techniques. We'll be disabling quite a bit in this game, just to force them to use better techniques. So for now, we might as well get another save file going. I immediately got attacked. Oh, is she set to defend as well? Is the game trolling me? Oh no, she's set to power. So one thing we could force her to do, for example, is do... No, not Blondie. Oh, I have to do it quicker, I think. Oh, because the enemy died. Yeah, there we go. Beast Blade is crazy strong, chat. She will just one-shot everything. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna talk about plot points though, Nero, so I won't go into too much in terms of why they can hear the voices. So let's see. Let's save here and double check one thing. I forget if I can swap their order around or not. I'm trying to remember. This is an old Tales game, so I'm not sure if I can reset who player 1 is. I don't think I can in this game. No, I don't think I can. Hey Ping, how's it going? Hopefully you got some rest. Hopefully things like papers and finals are going well. Is a Demon Fang good? Mary's Beastblade is pretty silly busted, I'm not gonna lie. But we also have an equivalency of Demon Fang if we really need it. We'll be using that on a couple of bosses, just straight up. Like, we could cancel our normal strike into Missile Sword. There's pretty much nothing the AI can do. I like that he blocked us, but he still died from chip damage. Slept for 10 hours, you're gonna get your first COVID shot today. Good luck, Ping. Hopefully there are not too many bad side effects. Things will be okay. I'm trying to remember where this entrance is. It's a place you can't go to unless you have the second party member with us. I figured we get a couple more fights in while we're here. Oops. Let's get the uppercut just to knock the bird out of the air. So very soon she'll just get free Tiger Blade every time. I think where... Okay, we're gonna run from combat. This area's combat is like super high for some reason. I promise you the rest of the game is not this intense with combat. I don't know what it is about this area. It just really wants us to fight. Goodbye. I'm trying to remember where this thing is. Let's just making sure it's not something weird like it's down here. Okay. We'll just keep exploring. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's very early in the game. There's like no point to grinding at the moment. We have so much raw health that they have no chance of defeating us whatsoever. So, okay, so we're just looking for an AI conversation to happen. So how do we trigger it? Fortunately, we also have items to stem the normal encounter rate in general, which I'll probably be taking advantage of, because as much as I do like the combat, this is a little too early in the game, I feel, to really enjoy the combat. We need a lot more skills, and definitely a full party would be nice, because we could show off some pretty silly combos once we get to that point. There we go. I just need to go up. It says, turn left here. Near the end of this path, there's a hidden entrance to the passageway that will take you to the temple. Okay, gotcha. Just immediately got into a fight. Oh no, chat. That's one thing I'm not a huge fan of some of the older RPGs. I'm just like, you're going a little overkill here, Tales of Destiny. I see chat is enjoying the roid bears. There we go. Though I don't believe we're allowed to go here until we have Mary in our party. By the way, chat, we didn't name Mary anything, so let me know if you want to name Mary something. You have a little bit of time to think about your choices. You'll find the temple after you get through the cave. Like I said before, my friend is trapped in there. Blondie, I'm really counting on you. Sure, just leave it to me. We get another save point here. Might as well take advantage of it. Trying to come up with a better name than Lamb. We might as well fight these ones, just because these are new enemies. Ooh. We're fighting spirits, sure. Oh, you're on the ground. I could just Missile Sword you. Speaking of which, I can uppercut you into a thrust into the Missile Sword. There we go. Maybe I'm planning to say think a Demon Slayer? Oh no. That's a terrible point. I wasn't thinking about that until you mentioned that thing. Oh, that anime scarred me. I'm definitely looking forward to when we can purchase some holy bottles to reduce encounter rate. The experience here is actually pretty solid, if you've noticed. Goodbye, sprites. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember the coward character's name, to be honest. I was not a fan of him whatsoever. Oh, actually, was this items? Oh, a secret passageway. I'm now trying to recall which one leads to items and which one is progress. But you know what, in the meantime, let's just run from combat. We're getting okay experience, so we might do some fights once we find another party member. Oh, did it actually cancel it? Oh, there we go. So let's take a quick peek through here. Ooh, an item. Leather helmet. I think we're already wearing one. Oh, she's not wearing one. We might as well just upgrade her for the time being. I was gonna say, we could definitely talk about other things, because we're just oh, a new enemy type. G-Slug. I guess green slug, maybe? Or gray slug. Kind of, could be either. Yeah, I was not a fan of the Demon Slayer anime. I feel like it has promise, and I understand why people like it. I feel like it does have some really pretty animation, but ooh, those characters. Not a fan of them. This is definitely progress. Let me go backwards briefly. Yeah, I wish they did not introduce the side characters, since I did not like a very large majority of them. Also, I had a lot of trouble taking that anime seriously when they literally make the villain Michael Jackson. Like, any minute now, I just expect him to go, like, you've been touched by a smooth criminal, because he's wearing the same outfit as, like, the Michael Jackson music video. It really, like, I can't unsee it, chat. Not whatsoever. I think I had a conversation with Ping about this before. Apparently, it is intentional. It's very hard to take it seriously when he talks about how he got changes to his face, and he talks about like reconstructive abilities to some extent. I'm like, got it. Oh, Miracle Johnson, that Yakuza reference. There's some items over here. Ooh, a blue chest. We haven't seen that before. Yeah, it's just one of those ones where, like, I definitely think the animation behind it is really solid. So there's some positive things I have to say about it, but overall, because of certain characters, aka the character that falls asleep falls asleep for that one scene, I find it kind of grating. Oh, hey, we got a new weapon for her, which is actually a pretty significant upgrade. So her slash is up and thrust is decent. Saber is a sword made for slashing. Let's go ahead and see what this blue disc or blue chest is all about. Oh, I forgot this is how early we got it in the game. So chat, we got something called the Channeling, a mysterious ring with special qualities. When you look at this as a new player, you'll go, why would I want to equip this? This makes no sense. It gives you nothing to any of your stats. Well, chat, this is secretly one of the best items in the game. And you will not realize this unless you have another controller, because this allows you to play multiplayer. So technically, chat, we have unlocked multiplayer. So this will allow me to potentially activate a second controller, and I will be able to play as this character. Now, Mary is very strong. As I said before, Beast Blade is absolutely ludicrously broken, because I can air juggle an enemy forever with this attack. Some of the characters also have special unlisted moves, I believe. So what I might try to do is activate a second controller, just so we can see it. I'm not going to do her infinite, as there's not really a good target for what we're doing. Let's see. I think I have one spare controller that's charged. 1 second, chat. Let's see if it works. Alright, so I just moved her to semi-auto, so now I'm controlling her. Alright, see, she does not have a special attack. So she could do the overhead slice, and she's very strong. Let's see, what else could we do? I guess we could just assign Beast Blade to everything. The downside is that because it's multiplayer, it requires the protagonist to move forward so you can see. So technically we could play as her at the moment. But we'll hold off on it. Oh, I see some comments about Fate Zero. The character for katana is the Japanese word for saber. It's an interesting fact. Thank you for sharing that, Nero. I was gonna say, I'm not too familiar with animation studios. Like, I have probably seen things by UFO Table. Like, for example, we were just talking about Demon Slayer. But that's not usually something I track, unfortunately. I track composers and things like that. So I think for now, we'll remove the channeling. But chat, I think after the stream, I'll probably test with somebody just to see if the PC to console connection works. Because potentially now multiplayer is active. Well, at the moment, I'm not really dying to do multiplayer because we're still pretty early in the game, and I understand we don't have a lot of moves to use. It's kind of simple. But I'm thinking for definitely the bonus dungeon, it could be fun to mess around in that area. They do the animation for Tails and also did Garden of Sinners. See, I feel like they switched animation studios, so I'm not sure when they... Was it Xillia that they started up? I was just trying to think back to it. Because I feel like they had a different animation studio than UFO Table, but I could be mistaken. Especially in the earlier ones. Like, for example, this Tales of Destiny. Zestiria. Well, that's pretty late into the series then. They only did the last two. See, I thought they started with the PlayStation 3 with Xillia, because there's Xillia, Xillia 2, then Zestiria, and then Berseria, in terms of release order. See, there's talk of Fate Zero in the chat. I'm not super familiar with the series, but I know Ping does enjoy it, and it appears Nero does too. Oh, Ping says I'm right. Oh, I'm so good at guessing. They did Zestiria anime. That makes sense. Yeah, I only remember, like, vaguely that they switched animation studios. That's the only reason why I said Xillia. But I could not say who was the animation studio before them. Also, I hate Zestiria. I feel like every Tales game is just gonna be also I hate Zestiria. I feel like it's a fair statement. It's very polarizing. There's some people that really love it, chat. Oh, hey, a new enemy type. Work Jelly. Yeah, it's just one of those games where it's just, I don't know. I could see more of an appeal on a New Game Plus, but man, it is rough trying to play that game on a high difficulty to start without grinding for, like, basically forever. Heldoff was a pretty bad villain, I'm not gonna lie. Like, early Tales games might not have the most interesting of villains, per se, but man, Heldoff was really bad. I would agree. Alright, so eventually we need to go north. That is where the plot wants us to go. I'm gonna hold off on that, because I forget if it forces us out of the temple after we go through these series of cutscenes. So we're gonna hold off on leaving. I might as well level just a little more. It's okay, chat. We all know Rose was the true antagonist. You can't prove otherwise. Yeah, Lunar, I feel like they barely used. Simone had, like, a decent scene. Maltran they did not use whatsoever. That was a waste of a character. I fully agree with that statement. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. chat with this strong language. Let's see. Let's just purge these enemies. I should be pretty close to leveling. I'll double check. Because we're actually going to be coming up to a boss fight in a little bit. And since this area gives more experience than anywhere else, it makes sense to do a couple fights here. Also, I haven't played all the Tales games, so I'm not sure if that was a spoiler for me or not in the bottom right. Yeah, that was the sister to not Rose. I've also forgot her name already. We've encountered our first disc. Flame gives 1/5 thrust. An aura disc engraved with the image of fire. Now what's interesting, Chad, is if we check out our spells, you see that we have Fireball up here, but then we have Fireball down here. So this is going to act sort of like this game's version of Materia, which is, I guess, an apt reference because Final Fantasy VII also came out the same year. So we can actually teach fire spells to other people, even if they aren't fire sword users. It's Alicia, thank you. We might have to use the green gel, or actually I could just eat the food to show it off, because why not? I should do that. Let's just leave first, though. So we're sitting at 200 food to consume. Let's go ahead and eat the chicken. We put 200 food in the food sack. I'm gonna take a step, and we've consumed all 200 of the food. We eat instantly, chat. So you can see we went from like maybe 190-ish health to 200 on Blondie. So we're looking a lot better. We try to leave through this entrance. Mary says, "Hey, where are you going? Come on, my friend's right up there." I know, chat. I'll call Mary Rose, just for the chat. There we go. Slicing our way through, chat. Wow, we're getting so many green gels. I should probably actually use them so I don't cap. I don't recall what the item cap limit is, but we're already at 15, so I might as well use them. This works the same as in Pokemon and PSO. Yes. Are we robots? Indeed. The Swordians, at least, combined with them. We got the Rapier, so let's take a look at that. I think it's more accurate, so the enemy's less likely to block. And it's otherwise weaker than what we have. There's a pole weapon made specifically for piercing the pole weapon. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that description. Excuse me? No, it's not. I'm like, listen, I might not be able to describe things accurately, but I'm gonna describe a sword as a pole weapon. If it was like a halberd, maybe, or a spear. Maybe it's a pole weapon for really tiny creatures. I don't know. Just not what I was thinking about. Hey, another chest. Got a green gel or a pole axe. Good point. Actually, speaking of things. Oh, we only need 3 experience to level. Oh, I should just level then. Oh, dead end. So we're gonna take any encounters we get while going to the north. This will just make the upcoming boss fight a little easier. Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm trying to think if there are spear users in this game. Offhand, I'm leaning no. There we go. Let the game walk me out of the attack range. This should level us. And we got a new skill. How fortunate, chat. Hey, we're getting 2 TP every encounter instead of just 1. So we can missile sword a lot more often, chat. Now we got something that is kind of interesting. Kick attack. A 3-part attack consisting of 2 kicks and a weapon attack. So I think what I want to do is probably assign everything that is not neutral or down to sword attack for now. Kick attack can lead to some interesting loops on bosses. So I think I want to just get into one more combat.
Oh wow, look at the pretty butterfly.
I hear Lila from Zesteria is here to remind us about the pretty butterfly. You know what? That attack missed the 3-part kick, and it still did a lot of damage, so I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a purple cape. I don't think there's any Dragon TF thing to disappoint you. I was gonna say, Berseria had a lot of werewolves, but this game will not have a lot of fantasy creatures. Shooting star attained. Hey, are we now getting 3 TP every battle? Chat, that is a free missile sword every time. So she learned a new skill. Oh, an attack that is similar, but more powerful than missile sword. So she's got Fierce Demon Fang, I guess? Sure, chat. So I guess now we have everything we need to cheese every boss in the game. I mean, Demon Fang is really, really powerful in terms of keep away. And as long as you back it up with something that does a lot of damage, like a spell, you can honestly steamroll most of the encounters in this game with the same strategy. So we now have 2 characters that have the equivalency of Demon Fang, which you know means it's game over. And as soon as we get any spell, we're going to be just racking up so much damage on the enemy, and they can't reach us. So our strategy is basically there. So now we just need somebody with more spells. So let's go head to the north. So we see 2 pedestals here. And we see somebody kind of hovering in the air, as you do. Looks like she's captured in a giant D20. Mary says, Rudy!
Is that a monolith?
It's unfortunately not a monolith. Rudy says, Mary, where did you run off to? I couldn't help you all by myself. I've recruited some help. Mary, is this your blonde friend? I'm just seeing the memes in the chat. With, looks like Devil May Cry. Blondie says, Mary, is this your friend? Yes, her name is Rudy. Let's save the introductions for later. Just get me out of here now. Okay, we'll get you down now. Blondie, please help me. So chat, you now have 2 names to think of. You have a little bit of time. Let's see, Blondie says, sure thing, what do you want me to do? Stand in front of the right pedestal. Okay. Do you see that switch on the pedestal? Is this it? Well, don't push the button. Oh no, run! He got wrecked. Blondie says, yow! Blondie, are you alright? Yeah. Hey, what do you 2 think you're doing? We're doing our best. You like the reflections in the water? It is a very nice touch. As I said before, they have a lot of pixel art. Blondie, hold on, I'll help you. I don't believe this. And then she swears. Is your head just an ornament? Hey, look who's talking. I don't need verbal abuse from someone suspended in midair. What? What are you talking about? You're no better off than me. I'll get off, you 2. Blondie, I'll get you down. Phew. Oh yeah, that is really cool. You see the character reflections change a little. Especially when he fell. That was a nice touch. Mary says, okay, we need to push the buttons at the same time when I say so. Blondie, don't blow it this time. Okay. What did I do to deserve this, he thinks to himself. Okay, ready? Yeah. Push. Rudy, are you hurt? Ugh, why me? Why do these things always happen to me? I'm sorry. Well, don't worry about it. Let's get what we want and get out of here. Hey, don't I get a word of thanks from you? Thanks? No way. Are you crazy? What? I didn't ask you for your help. Mary brought you here, right? But she did that to get help for you. I think we have a failure to communicate here. By the way, who's the Wonder Boy that got trapped and had to be rescued by Mary? So, we're even. We're wasting our time. Mary, let's go. We're going home. Rudy, wait. What? Someone's coming. Ooh, the villain music, chat. Chat's like, ew, tsundere. Kind of. I was gonna say tsundere unfortunately does not fit. Ooh, Rude or Karen? Seems we have a conflicting. You got some explaining to do. I feel like if we named the character Lucy, that would make more sense. And quickly. Yeah, yeah! And who do you think you are? You sound like a bunch of thieves trying to snatch other people's treasure. Thieves? Oh no, then bandits? Jeez, what's the world coming to? Why, you little were... Just shut your trap and come get us if you dare. That is, if you want to lose your life. Naming her rude would be an insult to the Final Fantasy character. I don't know what Final Fantasy that is from, to be honest. Is that one of the more recent ones? Anyway, the men are not too impressed. They go, "Oh, forget it. Let's finish the three of them together." Yeah, yeah. What do you mean finish the three? I guess you're with us now. Hey, wait a minute, I'm not. Oh, Final Fantasy VII? The bald dude who fights barehanded? I don't know who that is, to be honest. Is that in the remake, or was he in the original? Because I didn't play the remake. Hey, wait a minute, I'm not... Shut up, save your excuses for the afterlife. Original. I don't recall him at all, to be honest. So let's see, I'm looking, there's names populating in the chat. Mary, Lucy, Lamb, Rose, Grace, Side K, Defang, Stab Your Brains. I also did not watch Advent Children. Let's get our allies doing something. Speaking of which, take a look. She's got no specials, no spells. There we go. Kick attack is very silly. See, while that attack is in the air, I could just, for example, get Mary to do Beast Blade. And it leads to some very silly combos, as you can see. Like, he just got jungled to death. There's nothing he could have done about that. Bonus experience, bonus gold, 9 lens. Green gel acquired. Retreat. You're all talk after all. Hey, this guy actually might be useful. Blondie, is that your name? Yeah. I guess this is the second time you saved me now. Thanks, Blondie. Huh? If it hadn't been for you, we would have been killed. No, what did I do to deserve this outpouring of gratitude all of a sudden? You saved our lives. Mary, you should thank him too. Blondie, thank you for your help. But I really haven't... I'd really like to thank you somehow. Could you come along with us to town? Mary, you ask him too. Blondie, come on, let's go together. Traveling is fun with more people. The more, the merrier. What? Oh, sure, I guess. Terrific, there's an exit to the south. Let's go. I might go with Lamb for Mary for now, because I think that was the first name that was suggested. But now I have choices to make. Chad is making it difficult. Erin the Rude is scheming. Oh, it seems like her name has updated. I think I also named her Rude in one of the playthroughs I did. Oops. She will be Defang spam. I mean, I could just call her Defang. I mean, either or, chat. I want you to decide on that one. But we could rename her Karen, since there seems to be some agreement. Oops. Too many cancels. Oh, so she's the double K. Karen Katria. I mean, I guess I could name her Defang. We'll even put the dot. Just so it fits, chat. So now she's Defang Argent. Again, we can always change the names as we see it fit later. Maybe chat will feel certain moves towards certain characters the further we go in. So while this attack is going off, I need Defang to probably Beast Blade. Oh, she missed. How did she miss that attack? I don't understand. Okay, that's fine. I'll target the furthest enemy to force our allies to go closer. So they should take care of that one. Received yet another green gel. So unfortunately, Karen, aka Ruti, does not have any abilities at the moment. And actually, I really don't want to do combat with her right away. So we're going to probably avoid future encounters. Safe here now, though. There we go. Another encounter. So we still haven't really solved our initial problem. Like, we've rescued people, and it looks like they want to use us for something, but we haven't really been able to exit town. Maybe they'll help us out with this. Rest in peace, enemies. You give, like, no experience, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's go this way, chat. So close. And let's retreat. Well, thank you for stopping by, Ping. I always appreciate the company, and we appreciate anything you have to talk about. Hopefully the shot goes well for you. Thank you for the good luck. Let's go ahead and escape, chat. Let's go south, I suppose. Here's your passport. If you lose it, you won't be able to re-enter Seingald. Oh, okay, thanks for the tip. It's a little too busy here. Let's go somewhere we can sit peacefully. Well, we now have the passport sorted out. We received one by just coming in through the north entrance. Guess that's convenient for us, chat. Ah, the lens hunters are gone now, chat. What are you gonna do now? Are you joining the army or something? We're gonna say no, because that doesn't seem like us. No, I'm not planning to do that. Then what are you going to do? I don't know yet. Oh, I see. By the way, where are you from? I'm from the village of Linnea. Linnea, where's that? It's in Fitzgold. Fitzgold? What? Something wrong? That means you're a country boy. Who are you calling a country boy? You, it's Y-O-U. Bet the only place worth visiting in Fitzgold is Newtstadt, right? Ooh, that's a name, chat. Karen's like, Linnea, where the heck is that? I've never heard of the place. Hey, enough about me. Where in the world were you born, Miss I'm Better Than You? Why, I was born into a good family in Seingald. Don't put me in the same boat as you. Okay, that's enough of that subject. Can I see your sword? What? Can I? Well... Never mind. Can you hold this sword? This? Go ahead and speak, Atwhite. How do you do, Blondie? Who is it? I thought so. You can hear Atwhite's voice. Atwhite? That sounds like Dimlos? I was right, you're a Swordian user. What's going on? Tell me, Dimlos. In short, we are both swords created in ancient times. However, we are different from ordinary swords because we are sentient. But unless the user's neural wavelength is the same as ours, we can't even communicate with the user. Does that mean the user is chosen? Poor Defang is very confused that we're just talking to the swords again. Chosen? You haven't changed a bit, Dimlos. You're so good at fooling people. Shut up, Atwhite. Hey, Dimlos. Looks like you've been had. Oh well. His mind was simple and easy to read, but more than anything, he seemed like a good person. Grrr, says Blondie. Wait, Blondie, you really have a special talent. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear my voice. No, I'm interrupting, but... What? Do you want to work with us? Work? You don't have any plans, right? Might be better for you to travel with us instead of being alone. What shall we do, Dimlos? Why are you asking me? I would feel safer if Dimlos was with us. I wouldn't object if you want to join them. Then let's work together, but I won't take part in any crimes. Of course. Who do you think I am? Well, think what you like. At any rate, we're in business together. Oh, can you give me Atwipe back? Sure. Well now, I'm gonna go out for a while. Where to? I'll make arrangements for our lodging. Wouldn't want to stay in our room, would you? Of course not. Besides, I wouldn't want to be bothered by someone like you. Who would bother you? That was a good move, Atwipe. I just said the truth. I'm not helping you. All you want is to be with that Himlos or whatever, right? His name is Dimlos. He's just an old comrade. You wouldn't understand. Oh, it's a girl. Oh, I forgot Atwipe was a girl. Oops. I'll have to keep that in mind, chat. Not exactly a young girl in love or anything. I don't want to hear that from a money-obsessed maniac like you. What? You don't know a thing about me. That's right. I can't read your mind because you won't open it to me. You know, I could just throw you away right here if I want to. Do whatever you like. I'm interested in finding out what'll happen to a defenseless girl if she doesn't have a swordian. I'll get you for this someday. I look forward to it. Blondie just asks what's going on. Dimlos replies with, I don't know, but leave her alone. Defang, finally speaking with the new name, says, they do this often, don't worry. I see. By the way, why did you set out on your adventure? Me? I can't remember. What? I don't remember. My memories only begin from the time I first met Karen. Isn't that called amnesia? Don't you remember anything? This. What's the sword? I don't know why I have it or to whom it belongs to. Before I knew it, I had this sword. This is the only connection to my past for me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have pried. Don't worry about it. It's kind of liberating to not have any memories. Besides, everything I see, hear, touch, taste, everything is new to me. Is that right? You'd understand if it happened to you. That's quite alright. That's the last thing I need. You're right. Karen returns with, I got our rooms. Great. Well, I'm gonna call it a day. We'll leave early in the morning tomorrow. Don't be late. I know. See you later, Blondie. It's true. She has amnesia, so her name could be anything we want, chat. Defang says, see you later, Blondie. Yeah, I think she should be a little more concerned about amnesia, to be honest. Oh, Blondie's going to bed, too. Ooh, listen to that in music, chat. Much better than Berseria's. Karen says, Blondie. 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 We're snoring. Wake up. Blondie, wake up. Hey, I'm telling you to wake up. Oh, good morning. Good morning. How much longer are you gonna sleep? We yawn in her face. I don't believe this. You're a zombie in the morning. Oh, what? Ooh, it doesn't matter. Just wake up. Come on, let's go. Go where? Oh, give me a break. I told you yesterday, don't you remember? No, not at all. I can't believe it. There's a village called Harmens in the northwest. We're supposed to give that cane to a guy named Walt. Do you remember now? I was gonna say, nope. Not really. Aaron, I don't think you told him that. What? Oh no, Defang, you don't remember either? Defang says, I don't forget a thing, and unironically. Kara is definitely a good name choice for her. It actually, you know what? That's an interesting point. You would think if he lived out in the countryside, he would be an early riser. It's a very good point, Nero. Aaron blushes and then says, well, listen up, we're going to Harmens. Oh, sure. But before that, what? We'll exchange the lens for money. Lens? Let me guess. What? Do you want me to tell you what lens are? You know what, chat? For your benefit, I'll say yes. Well, yeah. I don't believe it. You're so out of it. Hey, sorry for being a country boy. Okay, I'll teach the little country boy how the Lensy Wensy gets changed into Money. Wow, she's so condescending. Hey, cut that baby talk out. I don't know what you're talking about. Never mind. Well, fine, it's settled then. Let's go. Well, chat, we've now received her again. But you'll notice she now has a very interesting ability of first aid, so she can now heal us mid-battle. If we take a look at her equipment, she now has Atwite equipped. /9, thrust 15, water attribute. Sentient sword excels at piercing the foe. So we should probably give her the beret for extra defense. Otherwise, I think we're good for now. Also, we'll reorder our characters again. Ew, her element. Not a fan of water swordsman. /ice swordsman. Rather take Booger back than keep Karen. When does she leave the party again? Oh, chat is gonna be in for a rough ride if they think it's gonna be anytime soon. So... Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's what I thought. So because I did some battles when she didn't have her sword, her and the sword are now out of sync, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. The sword does provide 4 to intellect, though, which is kind of nice. You hate those elements, you prefer darkness and light. I'm usually... I was gonna say, in other games I play a lot of Ice Swordsmen, because they usually tend to be the most broken characters. Chat is completely on Karen's side, I could see. Hey, a new person that wasn't there before. Lens Girl says, welcome. Can you explain the lens recycling system to this country boy? Wow, we got an arrow over our head and everything. You have to keep calling me a country boy. Just be quiet and listen to her. I'd be happy to explain. At Oberon Corporation, we buy lens from the people in order to manufacture our fine lines of lens products. Wait. Yes, what is it? Can you start by explaining what lens are? Sure. Lens are a type of energy-generating device. The name comes from its shape. They're round and about 2.5 inches in diameter. The most commonly accepted theory says that lens are a technological legacy left behind by an ancient civilization. Moreover, no one has been able to clearly understand its scientific properties. Oh, whatever. I don't care as long as it can be exchanged for money. Lens are usually found in ancient ruins. However, some monsters have them inside their bodies. Since our company uses lens as energy source for our products, they're in high demand. We buy them at reasonable price from lens hunters. Lens hunters? They're adventurers like us who hunt monsters to get lens. The lens are processed in a factory at our headquarters and turned into useful products. The products are then distributed and sold throughout retail outlets. Now, would you like to take this opportunity to purchase a lens product for your family? We're not here to buy anything, we just want to exchange lens for gold. Sure, I'd be happy to help. You have 165 lens. Our exchange rate is 3 gold per lens, so you'll receive almost 500 gold, is this right? Your rate is kinda low. A large quantity of lens were purchased recently, so we have an excess supply of them right now. Therefore, the rate is temporarily low. Would you still like to do the exchange? Sure, that's fine. Thank you very much. You receive 495 gold. We look forward to serving you again soon. Chris is saying in the chat, wind, light, and ice tend to be the elements he likes. Electricity could be good too, and Kirk just says, Ice Swordsman, and shakes his fist. I actually want to get a little bit of gold for something we're going to be showing off. We're actually almost to the point where we could get an alternate ending, believe it or not. Full fact, Shigure from Berseria is played by Zoro from One Piece. I think that did actually come up in the playthrough, because we were trying to look up the voice actors for them. But unfortunately, I'm very terrible at names. So definitely feel free to shout it out. I'm not too familiar. Oh, that guy's still drunk. I'm not too familiar with some of the voice actors. Yeah, we're actually really close to an end. We could potentially get an end as soon as we reach the other town. So for now, I guess we'll keep on going forward. Aizen's played by Sephiroth. I will take your word for it, because I don't think I've heard him voiced. Actually, speaking of which, are we allowed to exit through the south? What happens if we try to do this? Hey, wait, if you're gonna go through, show me your passport. Okay, so we're still not allowed to go through there, which is a bit of a shame. I want to check one place in the item store. This guy's still here. I need a very specific item to abuse, to get an ending. It makes an ending way easier to attain, otherwise I have to grind a little bit. One wing and wide open. Very true, chat. So, actually, hold on, I think this is going back to the temple. I don't want to go back there. Yeah, look at that downwards thrust. I love the jump lunge. It is a big priority because it aims downwards and not a lot of enemies strike dead upwards. So I definitely like that as the falling attack. Plus we can cancel it on landing into a skill if we really want to do more damage. So let's see, we're going to be on the lookout for holy bottles and something called an E-bullet. And we're going to be abusing the E-bullet quite a lot. If you're playing as a low level kind of playthrough, you will probably end up using that item quite a bit. Either for specific enemy setups, or just to make it a bit easier in general. So let's see, let's head out to the north. So we've now arrived in a new location. Let's go ahead and save. Not too bad. So we can't go to the south, unfortunately. I'm trying to remember if there's any other controls on the overworld. Okay, so start toggles the maps. I'm trying to recall. We can see our characters super bunched together in the side view. Because again, they're supposed to be skits and they're supposed to talk here, but that is not the case. So I believe we're pretty much locked into going to a very specific location. I want to see if we can ignore going to Harments right away or not. I just want to see something, chat. That poor enemy. Pretty efficient murder we have going on. 120 gold, okay. The beats, Japanese voice, the Seto Kaiba. Oh, we didn't play through the Japanese version. Well, we did not hear Japanese Seto Kaiba. We have a town in front of us. I just want to see which one this is. If this is plot, I'll just reload. One moment, chat. Okay, I don't want to do plot yet. Ooh. Hold on a second. I just thought about it. How do I... This is a PS1 game. Can I do... Hold on a second. Let's reset game. So let's not go here quite yet. I actually need a little more gold if I want to abuse something. And also levels. We are not a level at which I could get an alternate ending. Let's just reboot the game, chat. I couldn't remember if Harments was the closest one or not. We could try going to the other city. For the most part, this game is fairly linear. It'll open up probably around the halfway point in the game, but there's some very clear areas we're supposed to go to, and we're blocked off from visiting others. So we'll skip through the intro one more time. Try this again. Okay, let's try going this way this time, chat. What happens if we try doing this? So there's one enemy on the overworld. I'm trying to recall where it is. But it'll be a giant turtle. If we see giant turtle, then we could do one of the XP exploits. Giant turtle is not here. We're getting early access to some of these enemies. And as I said before, we need some gold. And levels don't hurt because we need to do damage to an optional boss. Wow, that was worth like no gold compared to the overworld. That kind of sucks. So if I keep going this way, what happens? Hello, city. This is... Okay, so we're definitely not supposed to be here, so we're gonna slightly sequence break the game just to get something early. Young man says, you know that young gifted swordsman, the king's golden boy? Now, was it Leon Magnus or something like that? He left the castle with a lot of soldiers. I wonder if something's going on. Oh, we'll be seeing Leon in a little bit. Man says, did you come to worship at the Straley's temple too? Then go northeast along the coastline. Dog says gulp, but not wolf. Okay. Oh, old man is blocking us from progress. Now we have the sales clerk. He's got a better rate than the other place, which is like such a shame, chat. It forces you to get the gold exchange. So we could get a lot of gold right now. 10 gold per lens is pretty solid. Okay, so what I really need, chat, we need these. We need a lot of these. Let's go ahead and buy 3 e-bullets, because this will save us a lot of time. Here's a tip just between you and me. You know, the exchange rate changes a lot, so be patient and negotiate. I mean, 10 gold is probably good for now. Let's go ahead and just exchange it. Maybe the dog is drunk. Maybe. So we're gonna need to fight a little bit, chat. So we're gonna do some grinding for the alternate ending. Now, my question to you, chat, is should I keep the level ups for the normal playthrough or just for the alternate ending? Because I'll still keep those e-bullets for something later. I'll need them eventually. Mother says, my husband is a commander on the Draconis. My husband is late coming home. Well, that's super awkward. Girl ... us. You shouldn't talk with your mouth full. Oh, we do not get any dialogue for the toilet, chat. There are many books here. It's a flower arrangement. Oh, Blondie does not want to open without permission. So yeah, we're sequence breaking a little, chat, because, I mean, I guess there's dialogue here, so they expected that maybe some people would go here. Actually, did I go to the second floor? I did. So, well, we'll get more backstory. Bird did not want to speak to us, chat. It simply flew away. Oh, man says, Oberon Corpse Shaver really works well. My pop and I really like it. Landlord says, we can't do anything without those lens products nowadays. I feel so helpless without them. Girl says, both my father and my brother are hooked on the latest lens gadgets. Their latest obsession is to get the same kind of jukebox as the one they have in the castle. My mind was just thinking about the fact that they were talking about jukeboxes and they used castle in the same sentence. What a strange noise the animal makes. We do not get any dialogue for the toilet, chat. I don't think there's any hidden items here. Not on the outside. I think there's a hidden item in the docks, as I said before. I'm gonna my granny's house in Harmens. Of course, I'm carrying my short sword for protection. It just makes sense. A very agitated person is here. Dad says, I'm uncomfortable about letting my daughter travel out here alone. I wonder if I should give her a better saber instead of a short sword. Maybe I should give her the hand axe instead. That typical father-daughter talk. It's like, hey, you're 16, here's an axe. Just go to town. Grandma says, I wonder if I should move to a quiet city and retire since I'm getting older. Seaman says, the sea, the ocean, the emerald blue, the sea she be my lass. Woman says, a ship regularly departs from the harbor just outside town. Girl says, travel by sea isn't cheap, but a trip to Calavis is still cheap, so it's a nice little getaway. My boyfriend works there too. To be fair, giving someone a weapon is the ultimate gift of empowerment. I mean, I can't say no. So now we're going to come into the ability to purchase food. However, we don't really have a lot of money. I guess we'll just look at the descriptions of each of them. Lemon is packed with vitamin C, it's good for your skin tone. Strawberry goes great with milk or whipped cream. Pineapple, a tropical fruit that can make your tongue tingle if overeaten. And prune, packed with fiber so you know it's good for you. You can't get these goodies anywhere else. Speak to the textile trader. Psst, I got a direct imports from Calavis. Yes, Calavis. Wow, these are all downgrades. How disappointing. I mean, we could purchase a red ribbon just because, chat. So, it's just a red ribbon. We've seen the other descriptions. You can have some nice clothes made for your friend. There are antiques displayed here, but no one is minding the booth. Dashing old man says, when I was younger, I was a sailor who broke many women's hearts at every port I visited. None of them ever wanted to leave me. Alright, we talked to the girl again. Ooh, I'm seeing the connection dip down a little bit. Hopefully that's just temporary. If not, this is not a bad point to pause, to be honest. Fishmonger says, get your fresh fish here. Do we have this guy just straight up selling a blowfish? Tasty treat for a gambler at heart. Squid, also known as calamari, tasty when deep fried. Sea bass, a prize catch for sport fishing. Shopping lady says, shall I get this one? But that one looks bigger. Mama, are you done? Can I just say a bit longer? Since we're having some stream connection issues here, chat, I think I'll put a pause. We'll switch to the be right back screen for a little bit. Just one moment, chat. I'll give the stream a little bit of time to catch up. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna go refill my water. Be right back. So I am back, but it looks like the stream connection is not doing too good. So I'm gonna put a message into the chat. I'm just gonna say, looks like some internet issues again. We'll pause here for now. So again, the recording should be fine, but it's just can't really do anything if the internet decides not to work. So unfortunately, this looks like we're gonna have to conclude it here. But for people that are able to hear it, I guess I'll just give a final little spiel. So we're basically just setting up for an alternate ending, which requires me to get a ton of e-bullets to make life easier. Technically, I don't need them. But we'll be doing a lot of fights, I think, next time. Just getting more gold, because I think the e-bullets were, what, like 300 or 600? And we'll just gather at least, we'll say 8 of them. I don't need a full inventory. 15's a bit overkill, but we'll get more e-bullets to make life a bit easier. But for now, unfortunately, we'll give a better send-off in the future. I'm going to have to go check my internet connection again, so I apologize for the rather abrupt ending, but I feel like we're basically on track of where I thought we were going to be. I was hoping to go at least up to the point that I'm ready to show the alternate ending, but unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till next time. So thank you all for joining. Sorry about the internet issues the second day in a row, but I do appreciate your company, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.